There we go. Hey guys, it's time for some bonus content. I'm Alex. Tony and Nobishin are here. Joseph Fate is here.
Hello, Alex,
Hey. No, you're not going to say hi to anybody else here?
Tony,
Sure.
Nabishin.
There you
Hey.
go. I like your incredibly outdated Google Hangout photo also. I just want to say.
Yeah, that was from before you knew me.
It was. But that didn't stop you from sending it to me every night via text message.
Sometimes multiple times a night, depending on how close you were.
Yeah, depending. When I'm just like driving so we can go get Gears of War 3 and meet for the first time, you're just sending it to my phone constantly. Joe, how you been?
Good, man. Working a lot, playing some stuff, doing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the part of the show where we just catch up.
I know. This is also the sweatiest I've ever been while recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took my shirt off.
Like you've ever been while recording this show?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, I do get hot and bothered while listening to your voice, but,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm here for.
I know, but this is all natural, baby.
How's work? You're planning on coming and visiting in November for Extra Life.
Planning, yes, planning.
And we're going to have a grand old time.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you wasted.
I mean, it doesn't take much. Tony saw me like 2 weeks ago, just fucking trashed. Absolutely fucking destroyed. We drove to Taco Bell, and I was sitting in the passenger seat of his car, just staring out the window, losing my goddamn mind.
It's pretty good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm sure that will happen. We always have our the night before Extra Life.
Yes.
The night before Christmas.
It's you may as well just call it the annual,
Yeah, the annual night
The
before
annual
Extra
date,
Life.
yeah, exactly.
And it's always a goddamn clusterfuck. Who knows?
Yeah, it's usually like, oh, we have too many people for this building.
Yeah, now that's not the case because I've got like this whole house.
Yeah, but it's your brother's house, so you have to take care of it though. You can't be.
It is my brother, myself, and my roommates.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had all gone in on it.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's a mutual thing.
Well, you still have to be careful because it's your house.
Yeah, it's my house. I still care about it. I don't want to like fucking break the walls down. But
Fucking Kool-Aid man, that shit.
yeah, I mean, Damien will probably come in and Kool-Aid man somebody at some point.
Probably me.
Actually, it's definitely gonna be you.
Just break right through your side wall into the apartment next door.
Yeah. Sometimes
Knock over some old lady.
she was very nice when we were grilling outside. She said hi, and then went immediately back inside.
Did you offer some like sausage or something?
No, I should
She
have.
likes some of our sausage.
You want some brats? Miss, excuse me, miss. Would you like my big white brat?
Some nice honey mustard or brown spicy.
Would you like it on a bed of onions? Raw?
No
or
no
grilled?
onions.
I love.
Speaking of onions, I did see a man at a party I was at so drunk that I forgot what word it was, but basically the idea was you said this word, and if your beer was in your dominant hand, you had to chug the beer.
That's pretty funny.
This guy had an onion in his hand.
So you had to chug the onion.
He had to fucking take a bite out of this raw onion.
Fuck yeah.
It was horrifying.
That's a night he'll never forget, mostly because of the tears, crying, and vomiting, I'm sure that happened afterwards.
No, he ate it like a man. The other guy almost vomited after he took a bite out of it, though.
Yeah. Gross.
Isn't it?
Did they share the onion? Was it the same onion?
It was the same onion. It
Oh,
was
gross.
like Lady and the Tramp spaghetti scene, but with an onion.
Yeah. I mean, I actually have no legitimate response for that. Sometimes Damien will come up to me and just tell me, he's like, Joe is so pretty. And I'm like, Damien, what are you saying to me? Why would you express it in that set of words specifically? It just confuses me. I don't. Why are you saying this also? Number two, why?
I'm a pretty man.
You are.
There you go. That's why.
And he's gonna break through a wall to get you.
I know. Doesn't matter how many locks are on that thing.
Fuck, it does not matter at all. When was the last time you were on the show, Joe?
The last time you used horse
I use Horstachio quite often, actually.
Oh fuck.
As you know, he is the
Now
official.
he's played out.
Now he's played. Now he's old news.
Did you replace Horstachio?
No. Hudson the Horstachio is the official mascot of Irrational Passions podcast.
Did you know the name of the eagle from that game?
No, I've never played it, remember? So
Oh, I mean, it's backwards compatible now.
it is, but I'm waiting for the rare collection so I can get it and everything.
Okay, well, the eagle's name is the Eglair.
Eclair.
Yeah.
Like an eclair?
Yes.
Great. Fantastic. Should we change Mastox to Ernest the Eclair?
Ernest, only if we can put, oh god, it's actually pretty cool. No, I'm looking at it right now. If we put some glasses on him.
Uh-huh. I can.
Yeah. Well, because if his name's Ernest, he has to be kind of nerdy.
Yeah, you gotta give him the glasses, the pocket protector, photo, superimpose that onto his chest.
That'll be pretty difficult. He doesn't have as many versatile poses as Hudson.
It's true. Although I am looking at a unicorn Viva Pinata,
Mm-hmm.
and that's pretty alarming.
Okay.
All right. How's life been treating you, Joe? You said you got a newer job recently.
I think I would have had this job last time I came on.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You're just chilling, having a good time.
Yeah, man. Try not to fuck it up.
Good. I don't think you'll fuck it up. If that makes you feel any better.
It doesn't.
All right, Tony. What about you, man? How's life?
It's going.
You weren't on last week. We missed you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Correct.
If you're looking for a reason why I don't remember what I was doing.
You
on
were
that
seeing
Friday.
fireworks.
Oh, I was working.
Yeah, you were. Were you making the fireworks happen? This is what Scott said.
No.
Okay.
No. I just had to work that day.
Okay. Scott said that you were participating in the creation of Maple Lawn fireworks.
No.
Okay.
It didn't happen.
Definitive answer. Fuck Scott. He's a dirty fucking liar.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Anything else, man? How's life? Talk to me. It's been a couple
well,
weeks.
I've been the only one in my house for the past since Friday.
That sounds awesome.
I mean, what do you do in a house by yourself?
I found that out a lot recently because no one's ever
Orgies.
here.
Yeah,
You
it's weird, right?
You jerk
Circle
off
jerks.
everywhere.
Yep. Then what else?
You eat.
You eat the most terrible food for you possible.
Yeah, that's absolutely 100% the truth.
Like today, I went to Taco Bell,
Mm-hmm.
and I got these ridiculous Captain Crunch Delights things that
Yes.
Dan Reichert has been on about on social media.
Now, are they good? So here was my experience with these because we were text messaging beforehand, and we just had a brief conversation about it. In that you sent a message and then I didn't respond because I forgot.
Yeah, sounds like a great friend.
Yeah, great friend. I went to Taco Bell when they announced this new menu option, and then my roommate Ethan was in the car with me and his girlfriend was, and they were sitting in the back seat and they're like, "Oh fuck, you gotta give me some of them Captain Crunch crispy bits." And I'm like, "Okay." They got a 4-pack and they split it, and I had a little bite of one of them and it was disgusting.
They're pretty gross.
They're absolutely the worst.
So sweet and taste like fried disgustingness. But
My brother just handed me this package. Also, I don't actually know what's in it, but I figured it's on my lap now. So.
yeah.
You open that package.
So anyway, I did that, and I moved my PlayStation to a different TV, and I used it solely for an hour of The Witcher and then a bunch of Game Grumps on YouTube, which I just binge watch now.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the entire Wind Waker series and I rewatched most of Mario 64.
Yeah, Mario 64 is a good one. What made you stumble into this Game Grumps obsession?
I don't know, just a lot of time and nothing to do.
Yeah, I do like binge watching their series. Shadow of the Colossus is a really good one too.
Yeah. So I've done that, and then I've been working, and I have classes every night, Monday through Thursday, for 3 hours.
Yeah,
So-
sucks, right?
Yeah, it's okay, I guess.
Wait, is it 7 to 10?
6 to 9.
Okay, mine's 7 to 10. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's way too late.
I get out of class and I'm just exhausted. I'm tired.
Yeah, that's about what it is for me. So I do that, and then I've just been kind of hanging out. I feed the cat, and that's it.
Cool. Is the cat cool? Is he like?
I figured, well, the cat always
a
avoided
fucking
me in the
Garfield?
first place.
Is he
'Cause
fucking Garfield?
no, I always scare him away because I'm allergic to cats. So I don't want him to fucking like come see me. So whenever I see it, I'd be like make sudden movements so he'd fucking run away. And so he's taken very.
I hate Mondays.
He's like, where's my
He's taken
lasagna?
very oddly to me being the one that feeds him twice a day.
Lasagna.
So like he won't come to eat his food until
Let
like
it go now.
a few minutes after I put it out because he doesn't want me to be there when he's eating.
so you send him to
kinda
Abu Dhabi?
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. Just a bunch of Cards Against Humanity, and that's it.
Cool. The package was Nabishin's gift to me. The Gamer Club unlocked.
Oh,
Also worth noting. Okay, Nabishin, what about you, man? How's your week been?
I don't know, man. Like, this week's been a blur. I don't even know what I did.
It has been a blur.
Yo,
It's
this
been a
sounds
blur
like
for me,
every
too.
week for Navashine nowadays.
Not necessarily. Just most of the time.
just
Uh,
most weeks.
I don't even know I should be insulted by that.
Like, I don't know if that's.
I didn't mean to insult you. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Just be insulted because Tony's white. It's like
What?
this is the best day. Look at his icon is a smiley face on a rice ball.
Yo, it's a great icon.
All right. I mean, it's blurry. You don't know what happens. You're like Scott.
I mean, like, I don't really know what really I did. It's just I went to work and like I don't even remember what games I played this week. This The Witcher 3 and maybe something else, and that's about it. Yeah, it's just been just a bunch of work and nothing else really. Like, saw Mark and Katie yesterday. Yeah, it was fun. But I bought them Chipotle.
Oh yeah, you tried Chipotle again. How'd it go?
It was good this time around.
Good. Did you get the tacos?
No, I just did the burrito again.
Okay. Their tacos are good. So
Yeah, like Chipotle's not bad anymore.
What did you do to the burrito to make it good?
It was the same thing.
It's just in this time, instead of it being terrible, it was good.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
that's good.
It's good though.
That's the first step.
Yeah, but like
Was it chicken or steak?
It was steak.
Okay. He's a man. He don't need a fucking chicken.
I don't. I mean, their chicken's good. I way prefer their steak. It's just better.
Yeah, it's just way too expensive to fucking go there, like, just for that. I just
I go there like
No.
once every other month now.
It used to be like once every other fucking day.
It was
for
once
Alex
a
O'Neill.
week.
What
while having
what
a-
replaced it? What
Nothing
replaced
replaced it. I just cook at home more. Just because it's cheaper. So I got house bills to pay now, man. Like, I just don't go there as often. It makes it more special every time I go there, though. I'll say, it is an incredible experience. Euphoric.
By the way, Alex, on the topic of food, I tried your brother's food replacement thing.
Oh, it's
God, that was gross.
It's terrible, right?
It's fucking gross.
It's like powder one.
It's like-
Are you familiar with Soylent?
Yeah, I've thought about ordering it a couple times.
My
It's
brother,
fucking gross.
My brother was a Kickstarter backer, so he has like 14 boxes of it in our kitchen.
Nice.
So, and he doesn't consume it, I guess. I don't know.
On their packaging, they call it consuming it.
Okay, he doesn't consume it, so he gave Tony a packet, and I gave him the little oil, and then the Soylent, and then the instructions.
They
Did you-
actually had updated the formula to not require that oil anymore.
You don't need to
Super
use the oil in the stuff that I have either.
You're supposed to.
It's optional. The oil is not vegetarian friendly though, so they say if you want to just use the powder and water.
You
it's
just want to
totally fine.
scoop powder with a spoon into your mouth.
Did you use a blender to mix it?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It was absolutely disgusting.
I don't think it was. When I had it, it wasn't disgusting, but it wasn't good. It just tasted like weird water.
I feel like like
Not
I tried
that that's
to.
a good thing. Also, I should say.
It tasted like there was like really fine sand in there. Like it didn't get mixed up enough. Even though like I followed the instructions. So
That was the best description of that. A very fine sand. Well, like you could feel it scratching up
Yep.
against your teeth when
Yeah,
you
you
were
could.
drinking. That's a very accurate description.
So I tried like a couple of different things. Like I did it in 3 portions. And so the first one I did just normal, and that was gross.
Okay.
And then the second one I put vanilla extract in it, and that wasn't that bad, but it was still pretty gross. I just
Okay.
couldn't get over the texture.
Solid.
And then I put in a bunch of fucking strawberries in the last one, and that was like it was passable, but I still would probably not want to do that all the time.
Well, the thing is, you're not supposed to do that because you have to. It has to be liquid food, Tony. It's the way of the future. Space food.
My dad thought it was really funny because there's this old movie,
Yeah, Soylent Green.
Soylent Green,
Soylent Green.
and he kept like laughing about it, and that's why he had me text you like, "Do you know where this comes from?"
Yeah, I knew.
So
Soylent Green is people.
it's funny because the first time that I made it, I put some green food coloring in it, and I gave it to my dad, and he was like, "Wow, it's fucking green."
It's Soylent Green, man. That's clever. I like that. Yeah, I keep trying to get Ethan to try it, but
He won't try it. No way.
it's too much of a pussy.
Just fucking chug that oil dough.
Yeah, like I want to know how the oil is not vegetarian friendly, though. I feel like
There's-
that's an important detail.
There's fish oil in it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he'd eat crabs. Although I wasn't sure what kind of crabs he was talking about. We're waiting for Scott. Also,
By the way, if you haven't done this before, never look up how they make fish sauce. Never look that up.
No,
It's disgusting,
no,
and you'll
no,
never
that's
want to
a
see it
terrible
again.
I've been there. All right.
Blow a turd.
Yeah, Scott probably makes fish sauce every fucking day.
He probably deals with it. And well, look. Speak of the devil.
Speak of
he
the
shall
devil,
appear.
and he shall appear.
Scott is here.
Scott,
Alright, you were talking about me.
100% we're talking about you.
Were you like sneezing and scratching your ear? You're like, fucking pieces of shit. I know what they're saying.
Scott, on a daily basis, about how much fish oil or fish sauce do you touch?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
Well, that's what we were talking about. So
Wait, why is he touching so much fish sauce?
It's-
Scott
he
works for
works
his
at
dad
a
at a fish
factory.
packing
Oh
factory.
shit, does he? Do
Yeah.
he?
Yep.
Man.
Yes, the truth comes out. All these
Yeah,
years.
it's a 9 hours a day, except Saturday, which is a 8-hour day. 6 days a week.
So you get overtime every week.
Yep.
Right. That seems like a pretty good deal if you know what you're getting into, I guess.
Yep.
All right, Scott, are you all set up?
Yes, I'm all set up, and as you can... Actually, hold on. Can you tell? I have my mic with me this time.
It sounds better, yeah.
Yep, there we go. How
Um,
bad was the laptop mic last week?
it was actually like I cleaned it up a little bit so you couldn't hear the background noise when you weren't talking, and it was okay. So you could tell it wasn't as good a mic though. Scott, how's your
So-
week been?
How was the fish?
Oh, this
How's the fish?
So back to that question. Do you really want that answered?
I think Tony
Yeah.
wants the answer.
Let's
yeah.
go. Let's hear it.
Okay, so I can actually do the math for this. So you want it in a
46
day,
cells.
right?
Yes, one day, 1 9-hour day. How much fish sauce?
Liters or pounds?
Ah, Jesus. Liters.
Boom.
Can't do liters.
Okay, liquid pounds then. Is it a liquid? I don't know.
Fluid ounces.
Fluid ounces. 16 fluid ounces to a pound. I don't know. Just give us pounds.
In catfish alone, I touch around 15 pounds of it.
Oh my god. I just imagine like drums full of it, just like scooping it out.
Well, no, there's about half a pound of it per box, and I have to change out the catfish boxes.
Ugh. God, Jesus. That's catfish alone. What all-
Catfish alone.
how many different types of fish do you work with? Like 6?
Higher,
Like 6.
like
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 20,
7?
25.
20. I couldn't name 25 different kinds of fish. So bass,
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't.
Swagfish.
swagfish,
Well, it's
Trout?
close enough. It's called swy.
swyfish.
Yep.
That's pretty swag. I'm not gonna lie. Let's be realistic here.
This fucking fish wearing a pair of shades and a fucking gold chain.
It's wearing a pair of
Yeah, on
gunners.
2 and everybody that passes by, but not at the fish though.
Yeah, 2 just comes up and he's like wearing his gunners, of course. He's like, that fish swy. I'll just
I'm not recording the rest of the show.
But yeah, I have to weigh them, and what
Yeah.
ends up happening is about that much, like half a pound of fish juice, gets drained out of the fish directly. This isn't like mixed with the ice or anything. It just loses that much from, I don't know, just sitting around.
Jeez. That sounds gross.
Yep. I
Well,
mean, you don't really smell it,
Well,
and
that's
you're
good.
not putting your face up to it.
Well, you don't smell it because you're just like surrounded by it, right?
Actually, it's like 32-degree weather, so
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
really smell anything in 32-degree weather. Go outside near where they have all the garbage. Yeah, no, you'll smell it.
Oh, Jesus. All right, well, let's start the
Scott
show.
goes out there to take his smoke breaks.
Yeah. Scott just fucking does a smoke crack.
Giant cigars.
Kind of skipped me.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
no,
I
I'm just saying,
avoid going
did you
outside
finish?
Because people have smoke breaks.
No.
I'm sorry.
We kind of got off on a big tangent. My bad, Navashi.
We're talking about Soylent. It got out of hand.
Soylent anything like fish juice?
Just talk over him, Nobish, and pretend he's not here.
Jeez. That's rude.
Scott does it to all of us, so.
Yeah. Well, hang out with my friends, still doing the uncle thing.
Yes.
That ends on August 4th, which is the same day as the Dragon Ball Z movie, so I have to take my nephews to there before he leaves, so that's something I gotta do.
That sounds fun.
'Cause he's been asking for that. Other than that, though, like, I just got Crunchyroll.
I saw
Nice.
this.
I really like Crunchyroll.
Yep. It's good stuff.
Like I just got it, and like the only thing I watched on it was like Sailor Moon Crystal. That's because I wanted to see what it was. Because I haven't seen like a lick of that yet, and it's basically just the same fucking thing as it was in the 1980s. So I was like, oh wow, that's weird. Like this is the same beat by beat by beat stuff, and I did not discover like, man, I really know a lot about Sailor Moon. Like, yeah, I used to watch it, but like I didn't realize I knew it like that. So
You
that
have
was like,
really good retention with anime, I think.
well, it was something I was really passionate about back in the day. So
Yeah.
the stuff I really like, and I get super into type of thing. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Watched another episode of Dragon Ball Super. That shit was hilarious.
That was the road trip one, right?
No, that's the Vegeta Family Man one.
Okay.
Shows like how he interacts with his family and how he puts up with them. So that's an interesting thing that you've never seen in the series. So that made me smile and laugh a lot.
Yeah, it's not like that weird purple guy that came up and just started beating on Bulma or
See, I think
whatever.
it's funny because weren't you just talking about how they never touched on that not too long ago?
It was
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, so that was a really cool, interesting thing. Another thing too, I got my backs mixed up about something.
Oh.
So, like I thought the Elder Kai was supposed to be dead. Elder Kaioshin, who was the Elder Supreme Kai, was supposed to be dead. Now he was alive because the wish they brought back everybody back to life from Earth brought him back because he gave his life for Majin Buu. So Goku come back to life and fight Majin Buu. So I got that shit mixed up. I just remembered that like randomly, and I was like, huh. So he's supposed to be alive. So that's something I just remembered. So that was my mistake.
should we start a Dragon Ball Z related correction segment at the end of our show?
No.
We forgive you.
Other than that, that's the same bullshit. I got good news about something, but I don't want to jinx it, so I don't want to talk about it. So hopefully it'll actually happen, and I'll be happy.
Smart. All right, good. Well, I'm glad that you got good news. I'll leave it at that. Scott, did you have anything you wanted to add before I say what the fuck I've been up to? Fish oil in general, your week?
Well, I mean, fish oil was my week pretty much. So no, not really.
Okay. I just had like one of those weird weeks. I'll talk about it more when we talk about games. Just like weird, kind of like I burnt out on video games this week, which is that never happens to me. But
Welcome to my
Maybe
life.
you didn't play fucking Arkham, like.
yeah, like I said, I brought it on myself. But like, it's not like I'm not hotly anticipating stuff. I just was like, after doing this project, I was like, I don't know what to do now. But I have a few other things that I think I'll start playing again. I needed a week off.
How will you keep writing about video games if you don't play video games?
I still have a lot to write. I've been playing video games for like 22 years. So.
Yeah, you don't have to play video games to write about them.
Yeah, I know.
I got the ideas flowing. You're just sending me text messages with ideas in them. Or bringing them up on the show.
Yeah, I don't care. I take my ideas.
Hey, man, you're my muse. I should add that to my like freelance bio. At Nabashin186 is my muse. And Chipotle. I just had a burnt out week. You know, I worked on this project for our art class, for my summer class that took up a lot of my like extra time. And I finished that and starting the next project. And I was like, I've been really tired lately. It's probably because I haven't been exercising as much as I normally do since I moved. So I've just been like, I'll get up at like 8 in the morning. You know, I'll get up, make some coffee, I'll write a little, and then I'll play something, do a little bit more, work on schoolwork, and then like come 1 o'clock, I'm so tired I just take a nap, and then I'll get up at like 4, and then go to the night, and then sleep from 10 to 8 again. It's like, I'm so tired all the time. It sucks. But other than that, yeah, I didn't feel well today, but it was a boring week. Nothing happened. I'm not as interesting as Scott, who fucking throws around 25 pounds of catfish oil every day.
Hey,
Jesus
Scott
Christ.
has a job.
True. I fucking applied to like 3 jobs this week.
Really? Where?
One I don't want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I applied to Polygon because they have a reporter position open. I can say that.
It's GameStop, guys. Come on.
And yeah, GameStop's the third one.
Round 2.
And no, the other one was where Ethan works now, not PacSun. He
Do some
changed.
tattoos?
No,
some
no.
piercing?
He changed jobs this week.
Again? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't talk about it like anywhere to anyone. So normally he'll like post something on Facebook or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh. Wow.
Yeah. No, he changed jobs again this week, so he could have regular hours. That was the big thing.
Oh, that was like freelancing that job, I guess.
No, he does. So he does the tattoo pierce stuff in the afternoon, like 1 o'clock on, and now he's doing like Whole Foods work, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay. Is he
So-
passionate about that? I'm just like.
He's not passionate, but he enjoys it. So it's not like, because he's going from a management position to like he's just running a small department, like this juicing department.
Okay.
So he doesn't really have to worry about other people, and he was just fucking losing his goddamn mind. Like you've heard the stories about all the shit that he's had to go through
Yeah.
at PacSun. So it was just like getting away from that and all that stress, so he could have regular hours, so that he could spend more time at the tattoo/piercing shop, so he could finish his apprenticeship there.
Okay.
And that's what he was doing. But yeah, that was my week. It was boring. I can't be interesting every week, everyone. I do have good news. I got an article posted, but I'll talk about that during the show. So, all right, let's start recording. we did our 30-minute boner content. Did everybody have Audacity ready?
Does
everyone have a boner?
One bit of news.
Yeah. What's
Just
up?
remembered.
What?
Now, we'll settle on his house today.
Oh, cool. Where is it?
Right off 108.
Okay, cool.
It is. What's it called?
Clarksville.
Well, I think so.
Mm.
I don't know where the cutoff between Clarksville and Ellicott City is.
It's fucking like that is like a blurred line most
Yep.
of the time. So I understand your confusion.
So it's to me, it seems like it would be near that cutoff point.
Mhm.
So
In the
I
ether,
have
that
no
is
idea.
Ellicott City and Clarksville.
hmm
Okay.
So like I know that he doesn't have to pay any of the HOAs. I don't know either.
Association.
Horse on top of Alex. On top of isn't even one word.
Yeah. He doesn't have to pay any of the HOAs to Clarksville
Okay.
to be a part of that.
So it's probably Ellicott City.
Probably.
Okay.
It's a good thing.
It's cheaper there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And congrats. And send him my... I'll tweet him. Let him know how I really feel. All right, let's start recording. Joe, Scott, Tony, Nabishin, y'all ready?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
All right. On one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ha! Nailed it.
Hey, look, I'm recording.
So yeah, the big thing about that, I was not ready. But I
You brought it together.
Yep. Not ready at all.
This is 236, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's like I'm losing it. At some point, it's gonna be like 240, and I'm gonna think it's like 120. Tony has to go.
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay. Damn. Well, you got to enjoy Tony's lovely company during this bonus content.
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
That's all I ever asked for.
He will be missed.
That's all I ever wanted.
I will be taking his place.
Good night, sweet prince. All right, then let's get this nightmare going. It is Friday, July 17th, 2015, and you were... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh man,
No, that's the intro. Keep going.
No, I'm going to restart.
Nope.
Oh wow! Before you restart, say fuck.
Fuck.
All right, pull the Scott.
There you go. I haven't fucked that up in like a year, at least. It's because you're here, Joe. I'm just nervous.
Oh, jeez. Come on.
It is Friday, July 17th, 2015, and you are listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I am your host, Alex O'Neill, and with me this week I have Scott Guthier,
Oh.
Brian Nabishin Jackson.
Are you thirsty for chicken?
Yes.
I wouldn't say thirsty.
I want a chicken shake.
I could eat a whole fried chicken right now if
I
that's what you're
would-
talking about.
I would try a chicken shake. I'm not going to lie. And we are joined
Want a
by
chicken shake.
our fourth member, the real, the one, Joseph Fate.
See, would you put waffles in that shake though?
I would try it, yeah.
No, I put pancakes in that shake.
No,
Chicken and
you
waffles,
don't
Scott.
Yeah, exactly. Alex knows.
don't
Alex
have
is a
chicken and
normal
pancakes.
fucking human being.
Listen, I would eat chicken and pancakes, but if I'm making a chicken shake, I'm going to put waffles in it. If I'm putting
You're a
solid
monster.
food in a shake, there is only two things: poultry and waffles. Like,
No, you you don't put the waffle in the blender. You leave the waffle whole, and you just pour the blended chicken on top of it.
when I was in
That's correct, but you do it with the pancake.
Oh, get out of here!
God
Get out!
damn
Get
it.
off of my show.
Scott, do you want to wait, what? Scott, do you want to pour the shake into a pancake and then fold it up like a weird, disgusting taco?
I'd wrap it up like a burrito.
Yeah, there you go.
You say taco, I think ice cream cone.
All right, see? Okay, we're moving in the right direction again.
You see, that's why you do a pancake.
When I was
With a
in
pancake, you can have that option. With a waffle, you got to go with a weird-looking taco every time.
when I was in San Francisco, I went to this place for brunch, and they gave us these little cups that they look like little mugs, and it had a shot in it. This was brunch. It was 12 o'clock in the afternoon, or it was noon flat, not even afternoon. it was a shot of alcohol, some kind of like cream liquor. And
There's a few of those.
I don't know what kind it was. It was more closer to rum than it was to cream, so it wasn't like Bailey's.
Rum shada?
Maybe. No, it wasn't rum shada. I would have known if it was rum shada. That shit's awesome. This was not awesome. And it had a waffle in it, like a little waffle wedge in it, like halfway soaked, and then the halfway was like hard, and like they powdered it with powdered sugar. So I was sitting at a table full of people who I had just met that day, of course, and I decided that the proper order of operations was to bite the soggy half of the waffle, take the shot, and then bite the dry half of the waffle, so as to to take the pain down a little bit.
You can't see me, but I'm shaking my head no.
It was all disgusting. So there's
you want to out this place? Call it out by name?
15 Romolo. Their
Boom.
food was pretty good.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Oh, but overall, not very
Did
good.
you write a Yelp review?
I did. I wrote a 2-star Yelp review, just like everybody fucking else.
Are they trying to sue you?
Probably. I mean, you know how this Yelp shit works. This Yelp game goes down. Joe Sev, if you
Okay.
prefer.
Keep going. Finish your thought.
Welcome to the show again.
Thank you.
When-
Thank you.
I asked you in the bonus content. You didn't have a straight answer. When was the last time you were on?
Have you met me? Do I ever have a straight answer?
No. It's always
No.
very curvy.
I know. It's because I love Damien.
There you go.
I don't know. I was.
It had to have
It
been-
was since I've been here, so it's been since February.
Okay. I think it was probably in February.
Yeah,
think
probably.
You got a hold of me and said, I moved recently, I should come on the show. And that was that.
Yeah, and then it happened.
We haven't actually seen Evan for like a year. Actually, it's been, March was the last time he was on? So it's been 4 months. He could be dead for all we know.
He probably is, or he's selling
No.
carpet.
Or he's selling... Why are those the only two options?
Yeah. Well, doesn't his dad like sell carpet?
I don't know actually what his dad does. I know he's like a board member of the company that he works for.
Oh, okay. For some
His-
reason, I thought his dad was a carpet salesman.
His family made carpets.
His family made carpet. That's why they're so rich.
Yes, exactly.
No, like the one time I saw his dad because like Evan and I hang out every now and again. Although I haven't seen him in 4 months, as I said. No, that's not true. He was over here, the end of May, or the beginning of May for our when we our not so official 5-year anniversary. He was here physically. When I saw his dad recently, which was like back in January or something, he came into his house in like the nicest suit I've ever seen, and I'm like, of course. He rode in on a chariot made of people. That didn't happen. Yeah, well, it's good to have you back on, Joe.
Cool.
I love you, man.
I love you.
And
I love Nabishin. I love Scott. Fuck Tony.
Tony
We're
was
all in
here.
agreement here. High five.
Tony was here for the bonus content, but he had to go. He said he will be here for the whole show next week, though. He promises. But if you need your dose of Tony, you can watch the bonus content at youtube.com/irrationalpassions, where you can also watch my Let's Plays of Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door.
When I come up there, I want to find a game that can be beaten relatively quickly to do a Let's Play. I want to do a whole thing.
Okay. I've had a lot of people telling me that they want to do Let's Plays with me, and that's very exciting. I just want to share that. I guess, fucking leave it there. A few things. Housekeeping. Housekeeping?
Which one? You can't have both.
We'll do housekeeping this week, then.
Nope, it has to be consistent.
All right, house cleaning. You didn't actually give me an option.
No, one or the other. You had two options.
House cleaning. I'm
Okay.
stressing out now. You're stressing me out. Post went up on the site about 5 years, 5-year anniversary. That was the beginning of July, Joe. Although you didn't join until September. of 2010.
You got
Nick's rubbing it in. Okay. Do you remember how this came about?
I do. I actually remember exactly how this came about.
Yeah,
Do
so
you?
do I. Yeah, it was a very romantic story.
Yeah, we played Street Fighter at one point.
I think
And
we
I was-
did.
This was in the what was the
VG Evo?
Scrub League, right? Scrub Sport.
Maybe.
Scrubs was it? No, I'm
Oh
sure
yeah,
it was
Scrub Sport was a thing that Jason had set up.
So I was at the tournament, and I had barely started playing Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, and Joe was the first person I got matched up with. And Joe and I had talked on the forums before, and me, 17-year-old child, very nervous to talk to a stranger online. I barely said anything through this online PS3 match that Joe and I had when there was voice chat on, and then we just started joking around. And then he saw that I started posting Irrational Passions, and he said, "You gotta get me on your podcast." And I said, "Well, wait until we get to episode 10, then we'll start having guests on." And Joe was on episode 10, along with Rebel FM.
Do you remember that I was also doing like a 5-minute short podcast that was basically just random rants that involved like way too much cursing because I was really young?
Yeah,
I don't.
that was great.
Those were
Yeah.
terrible. I could
I
probably
mean,
do
you
it
only
again,
did
though.
like 5 episodes, right?
Can't
Yeah,
be
'cause
worse
it's-
than the Me and Evan show.
Because it evolved from me trying to speak off my mind and then realizing that didn't work, and I didn't want to write a 5-minute script, so I was just writing bullet points, and it was terrible.
Yeah, but we got you on Irrational Passions.
Yeah, and then it got better from there.
It very truly did. And then you joined on episode 13, which I think recorded like September 9th or whatever, which I believe was your birthday.
The 11th. That would have been
11th.
just before,
Yeah. I believe we talked about your birthday on that episode.
probably.
So
now I'm an old man.
now you're an old man. Now you're not on every show, but you're always welcome.
I know. I have one Friday off a month. I need to start dedicating that to podcasting.
You don't have to.
I know.
I know.
but I want
I know.
to.
Friday night is like, unlike the rest of us, you could go out, have a good time.
You could go out and have a good time.
The thing is, we recorded on Saturday last week because a bunch of conflicting stuff. Mostly because Scott couldn't make it. Let's be serious here.
Yep.
And I had a free Friday night, and for the first time, somebody texted me and said, "Hey, are you free Saturday? I know you're recording tonight." And I said, "Fuck you." So I said, "No, I'm recording tomorrow night this week, actually. You have the worst timing ever." And they said that they hated me. No, but yeah, I had a free Friday night, and all I did was I stayed inside and played Batman games. So,
Thanks. I don't want to touch that thing.
what, Arkham Knight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you play your games on PC, right?
No. I mean, I've been playing a lot of stuff on Xbox.
That's right. You've converted yourself to Xbox One.
Yeah, twice after I converted myself from a 360 to a PS4.
Yeah. There you go. You're a double convert. So other things that went up, just by the way, 5-year anniversary post that does include Greg. Just so you know, Navajin.
Is he
Where?
dead too?
If you read the second draft,
Okay.
Kind of.
Greg's not dead. He's on like once a month usually.
Oh, okay. He adds your monthly dose of Fedora.
He doesn't really wear fedoras anymore.
Good on him.
He wears bandanas. I didn't know what your reaction would be, so I just started laughing. I'm not kidding. This is like gonna come off as really mean, but I don't mean it as mean. I think Greg's totally aware of this, but his hair is very thin, so I think he prefers to wear something on his head.
And that's fine. There are plenty acceptable things to wear on your head.
Like a baseball cap.
A bandana, not one of them.
It's better than a do-rag.
And I would buy the do-rag for him. I would love to see it.
I've seen him wear a do-rag before, so
My God.
we have to acknowledge that Greg is kind of like a fictional character that we've brought to life. But yeah, I think they recorded the latest Muppets 27 recently, so Anyway, God, I wrote something. My second freelance article got published over at pixelkin.org, which is really cool, I think. If I can bring it up. It's called How Persona 3 Helped Me Overcome My Chronic Fatigue Syndrome.
Tale as old as time.
A tale as old as time is a true story. And it was really cool. So I did want to do a little background on this piece. Again, since I published it on another site, I don't think I'm going to do like a little audio feature for it because that would be weird. I don't want to take any traffic away from them. But this was the first article idea or freelance article idea I had ever had. It was the first pitch I ever wrote. And I really, I knew it was a really good idea.
Way to pat yourself on the back.
Well, it was my first good idea, I should say. I've had plenty of terrible ideas, but this was my first one that I'm this is something that I can work with because I have this unique personal investment in it. It's a story that only I can write, and it's a story about one of my favorite games of all time, so I can be passionate about it. So it took 2 years of it, but I finally got this pitch was accepted at the end of March. So I wrote a draft somewhere in between then, and then I had to write a second draft after E3, and now it's finally up. So I really like it. I'm really proud of it. This is something that I've wanted to write for years. So it's cool to actually see it posted in real, and I got paid for it. So, and to clear up any misconceptions about my Persona love affections, I do love Persona 4 more than Persona 3 in a lot of ways, but Persona 3 was just it was there at a very personal time in my life. Just to answer any questions you might have, Nabashin.
I already knew this. This is one of the first things I knew about you, then, and a cat pooping on your face.
Yeah, and a cat pooping on my face. It's really cool. I'm glad that it's.
You read about how a cat pooped on your face.
Yeah, I mean we
make an article about that.
Yeah, we should write about it. I was playing Call of Duty 4 one day. Cat pooped on my face. Damaged me forever. Took 3 showers. Never came off.
I just tell ladies it's a birthmark on my face.
Or I can tell them it's a burn mark to make myself seem sexier. But it's...
Yeah, but then you have to explain that you got burned by a cat's asshole. That's not cool at all.
Haven't we all, Joe? Haven't we all? But yeah, I've had a lot of cool people reaching out to say that they really like the article. A lot of people from other countries also have read it, which I thought was super weird. So, thank you to everyone who's read the article, and I hope you guys liked it. But that's it. Those are the only things that have gone up. I will have Monthly Passions up soon. I'm sorry that it's late.
That's fine, because I added Devil May Cry 4.
Okay, good.
In its week time, so.
Cool. So that'll probably be up Monday or Tuesday next week. So around the day you hear this audio version goes out. All right, let's start talking about video games. Joe, Irrational Passions podcast is actually about video games. Did you play
it's not about just life adventures.
No, I mean, do you have a life adventure that you really would like to share?
No.
Then talk to me about video games. As I hiccup nonsensically.
So I've been playing a lot of Destiny.
Yeah, there it is. How's Destiny treating you? The last time you were on the show,
Yep,
you had dropped Destiny completely.
I did.
The time before that, it was your game of the year. So here we are back in the infinite loop. It feels like. How's Destiny?
It's pretty good. I mean, they dropped that second content update.
House of Wolves.
I forgot what it's called, but it's basically
House of Wolves, yeah.
wave-based in a non-infinite way.
Wave-based survival, would you say?
Sure.
Would you call it a horde mode?
Yeah, but the thing about horde mode is when someone says horde mode, I feel like that implies it's an almost infinite number of waves. It just keeps happening until you die. You know what I mean? You're trying to see how far you can get.
Okay.
This is not that.
Is it better or worse for that?
I would say it's better. Like, you have more of a goal than to just try and survive. There's boss encounters. It's fun. Destiny's core mechanics are still really good.
How many waves is it normally?
Depends on which level of difficulty. I think the one we usually play is 5 waves and each wave has 3 rounds.
Okay.
And sometimes the rounds can have different objectives. So it'll be like, here's this target that you have to kill before you get to this point in the map, or here are these mines that you have to deactivate by standing close to them, or sometimes you can just blow them up from across the map.
Now, if it's 5 waves and each wave is 3 rounds, isn't it just 15 waves?
Yeah, but the thing is, after each round, you go back into this center room. So there's only 4 rooms you can go into, and after each round, you go back to the center, and then it puts you in another room with a different set of modifiers on. So sometimes you'll get like your melees do way more damage, or you take more damage while you're in the air. Like, you get different modifiers for each wave or round. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, cool. I mean, that is a good way to mix it up more frequently, I guess.
Yeah, the game's still good. Everyone I knew had started playing it again, and then I may have made 2 more characters to play.
I started playing Destiny a couple months ago, I guess, but I got distracted when Witcher and stuff came out. Should I go back? Is it worth it, Joe?
I would wait until you can spend another $40 and buy the second expansion.
So, here's the thing. I borrowed my brother's copy, so I don't actually own Destiny.
Okay.
Would it be, like, smart to do the $60 and get the game and expansion, like, this September? Because I feel like that would be a $60 value, like, for sure.
I mean, the base game definitely wasn't.
Yeah, and I feel like that was like the big thing that was holding me back from getting it. And so when my brother and I moved in together, and he's like, "Oh, here's a copy of Destiny if you want to play it," and I'm like, "Okay." Like, I had no problem just playing it, but I feel like if I wanted to buy it, that expansion plus base game deal that they're doing this year is actually a good deal. So.
Yeah, totally. The only thing that's weird about it is that with the way kind of MMOs do things and the way Destiny is doing things, each time there is a new expansion, they are kind of devaluing the expansion that has come before it. Like, they're making the new stuff more powerful. Like, you want to get the new gear, obviously. Well, for one, because it's new, and 2, because it's better.
Mm-hmm.
So in a lot of ways, it makes the previous expansions almost kind of worthless.
Yeah.
They're still fun to do. There's still interesting things to see there, but there's not a whole lot of reasons.
So?
What?
How much so?
Like, is the content that you play through still worth it?
Yeah. It's still fun, and it's still there's like unique stuff to see in these DLC packs. But like, as far as any type of gear, it's not really worth it.
Yeah.
Would you going back up? Would you be able to go straight to the new expansion?
Yeah, totally. You can, 100%. You can go straight from base game to second expansion if you want to.
Okay.
See, yeah, that's the kind of devaluing I have a problem with.
Yeah.
Because you go ahead, you put in all the work from the last expansion, you do all of that, and at the very end of that expansion, everything that you got is useless for the next one.
Yeah, but like, it is useful if you're playing between expansions. But I see what you're saying, Scott. Of like, the loot of the next expansion is just going to completely turn.
Yep.
What you have now to like garbage. So why play between expansions? Why not just you played it because it was new content, and then you're done, and then you come back.
I mean, eventually you keep thinking about this. You just get to the question, why should I play?
Yeah. Very true. I don't know.
And that's not a question that's not a question that you should ask after you've bought the game.
That's the question that will forever haunt Destiny, I think, at this point.
That's the question that you want to ask before you buy the game.
Yeah.
And come to a definite answer to.
Yeah.
With the kind of MMO model they go for now, you pretty much get peer pressured into it, and that's the only reason you play.
Yeah, that's why you played, Joe. You had
No,
friends
I
playing.
wasn't peer pressured into it.
What's pressure, man? Just get on my back. Just let me breathe.
Oh,
all right?
why I went back? Yeah, why I bought it in the first place? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, why you bought it in the first place? No.
Yeah, everybody bought Destiny.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Except for me. I knew what would happen.
that's how that model works, and I don't like it.
Fair enough. Joe, do you know the lowdown on the new, like, the major expansion coming out this September?
What do you want to know?
Like, how much content is it?
It is supposed to be 3/4 of the base game. I think.
Is that worth it, though?
Yeah, I mean, when you're selling it for $40, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, and I've heard this kind of like tossed around, like the game plus the expansion is what the original Destiny should have been as far as content. But I
Yeah,
don't
probably. But
what's the level cap with the major expansion?
they have not said yet.
Okay.
Is the story still ass?
Yeah. Does the story keep going?
Yes.
Weird. All right, that's all I had. Is there anything else you want to say about Destiny, Joe? You like
No,
it?
it's still good.
Yeah.
I have went from playing it full time again to playing it about once a week, every Tuesday, once the weekly resets happen.
Yep. Play those raids, then piece the fuck out.
Yep.
What's your level right now?
34. It's capped.
How much is that a light level?
That's 14 light levels
Okay.
and 20 base levels.
Okay. God, that's fucking stupid. Anything else you've been playing, man?
Quiplash.
Oh yeah, you played some Quiplash. Get a gang of people together.
Yeah, it has about 6 people.
About 6,000 people.
Yeah, that game quickly dives into lowest common denominator humor
Yeah, it does.
in a way that I have never seen before.
They played. I talked about this last week, so forgive me for repeating. But we played it during 4th of July party that I had, and I leave the room to go and make sure food is being made, so all these hungry people in my house will be satisfied. And I come back, and it's the final round where it's just like 9 different answers or whatever.
Yep.
And it's just all of them are different insults to me.
I think my favorite thing was, how do you tell if a tomato is ripe and someone had put ass smash that bitch?
Of course I would think that's funny.
No, it was good. The
Ass
entire room
smash.
thought it was funny.
Ass smash that. Yeah, I like that. That's right.
It's a good answer, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. How do you think it stacks up to like Fibbage and the other Jackbox games?
I've not played any of the other Jackbox games.
You haven't? Okay.
No.
They're good. You don't know Jack and Fibbage and Strawful. Strawful's good because it's like Pictionary, except it's Pictionary. There's no getting around it. It's just people just draw dicks. So
Nice.
cool. I like Quiplash. I want to play more of it.
I mean, I could join your room.
It's true.
We could co-op this thing.
It's way better when you've got like people in the same room, though.
Oh, I know.
As I'm sure you know. So,
Yeah.
although it is nice, like the whole audience feature having up to 10,000 people definitely makes it like this is a stream friendly experience. So,
hmm
all right, is that all, Joe?
Yeah, that's all I do anymore, guys.
It's Quiplash
In Destiny.
and and density. It's John Anderson's nickname for it.
Yeah. What are you guys looking forward to from E3? I haven't talked to you about any of the stuff that happened at E3.
Yeah, it's true. I was really impressed by Horizon.
Yep.
Like I think everybody was.
Mario Maker.
Mario Maker, Sea of Thieves, I thought looked really awesome.
Oh, it's the rare game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
MMO Pirates.
Just Cause 3.
Just Cause 3 looks cool. I'm trying to think. I had like a big 3. It was Horizon, Sea of Thieves, and there was one more, but I can't think of it.
Fallout?
Well, Fallout, yeah. I feel like that's a given. Like something that it was like, oh, Recore. I'm really looking forward to Recore.
Okay, fair enough.
Nobbish, anything else from you?
I can't really think of anything else.
Now that you've got an
Like-
Xbox One, anything?
I mean, other than like Cuphead, no.
Yeah. All right. Scott, you were super down on E3.
Yep.
Did you still think Horizon looked cool?
I don't think so.
That was the one with
I
the
don't think he
girl with
remembers it.
the bow, and then she shot giant robot dinosaurs.
No.
No,
No.
I'm sad.
It's not
Ah,
PC
fun.
enough for him.
Yeah. Girl's not a robot too, so like it's like whatever.
Yeah, it's like robot on robot action is all I care about.
All he gives a shit about is Oculus.
The fucking HoloLens stuff sounded awesome. I'm really sad that I couldn't experience that. What about you, Joe?
No, I mean, it mostly Fallout. Like, I went and pre-ordered a Pip-Boy edition.
Mm-hmm. My brother did as well, so I'm glad I'll have one of those in the house.
Yeah, and then I immediately realized that my phone won't fit in the thing.
Great.
A little upsetting.
Time to just switch, man. You do it all the time.
You got enough time for it.
Yeah.
No, iPhone 6 won't fit in that thing. Or a 6 Plus won't. And I'm not...
Well, just switch to a different phone.
Oh, Jesus. No. I gotta wait.
Get that Samsung Edge or whatever the fuck.
Oh, fuck off.
That phone looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's a good phone or not, but I like the little Edge thing, the little Edge Play. If you know what I'm saying.
Get the LG Curve.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Ugh, my nephew just got that.
LG Curve. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss, Nobshin.
I don't know. I wish we would have saw more Persona.
Yeah, it is so weird. That game's not coming out this year, right? Like, there's no way.
It has to.
There's no way, though.
Has to.
I mean, like, the thing is, it's in this weird thing where, like, when I found out about Persona 4, it had already come out. I'm like, oh, shit. So when I went from 3 to 4, there was no waiting time, and then Catherine was kind of, like, not too far off by that point. So I've never really been excited for a P Studios game before it's come out. So I don't know how they kind of play the PR stuff. Like, I don't know if they're normally this quiet about it or if they talk about it more. So I don't know if this is normal for them to just be completely silent but still say it's coming out this year. So.
Who knows? Besides that, I kind of thought E3... Oh,
Ethy.
we lost somebody.
Oh, is Scott gone? Yeah, he'll come back. Don't worry.
No, I thought E3 was kind of boring.
Really? I was
Yeah.
super hyped.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't get anything I would have expected, like a console redesign or a price drop or the announcement of Kinect sold separately, because I want to shout shit at my Xbox.
I love my Kinect.
Yeah,
Except
for
when I-
too.
When I say, like, Xbox or whatever, you can buy one on Amazon.
How are they on eBay, Joe? Have you seen that? Or like any place that sells them, like third party?
You can buy them on Amazon.
Fair. Maybe I will one day.
Did you just not hear Nobishin?
I can't hear... I've been telling you guys this since we started. I cannot hear Nabashin.
I'll make them nice and loud. There you go. Try talking Nobishin.
I am talking.
Keep going up.
Okay. It's almost max.
Bow.
Okay, that's as high as I can raise him. Oh, whoops. Can you hear him now?
Nope.
Not at all?
Barely.
Okay.
Like, I would not be able to make out words.
I just turn up your headphones? I don't know, man. Like, I can
But
hear
then
fine.
you're going to be blowing out my headphones.
I can
Yeah,
turn
you're a
myself
loud man. I don't know
I'll
if you
turn
know
myself
this.
down. I did not. Is that better?
Yeah, it's much better.
I mean, you just like normally you're a loud man.
I am. That's my thing. Yeah, you can buy an Xbox One Kinect sensor bar for $170 on Amazon.
That is too much.
I mean, that's the price.
Yeah,
guessing
and
that's MSRP.
I'm not gonna buy one.
There you go.
There you that answered all my problems.
You need to find somebody who really hates theirs and be like, oh, I don't like this shit, and you want it?
Yeah, buy Jason's.
A strikers.
He doesn't. Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't need his.
Well, he got work stuff, so I think you have to need it.
And you can just steal one from the office. It's fine.
I guess that's true.
Scott, are you good now?
I'm good.
Okay. We were just talking about Xbox Ones, so or Kinects specifically. Yeah, I don't know. I was really excited about E3. You know, just hearing all the stuff about AR and VR was cool, and which I know is like, you know, it's not experiencing it, but it's exciting.
No, I mean the AR stuff was cool to hear about, but then I was like, I'd have to basically build a whole new PC at this point to run one of those things,
Yeah.
and I was not about that.
I'm excited for that technology to exist, just in general. It's less of a I plan on owning this, but it's more of a I am glad that this is going to be out there and people are going to be making stuff for it. Which is weird to say, I know. But I was, there was a lot of new IP announced, so I was on board for that, and just a lot of cool downloadable stuff.
I don't know. There were studios that like what is Sucker Punch doing?
Yeah,
like, that's what I want to know.
Sony was a big, like, all of Sony's studios were pretty much a no-show, so...
Yeah, which is a shame because they had to admit that this year's lineup was not great for them, and then they did not have much to show at E3 for future content either.
Yeah.
So, okay, sure.
Yeah, like, my big thing was the whole Square Enix, all their announcements were just kind of like vaporware, right? Like, none of this is real yet.
Well, all their Western stuff was there.
Yeah, all their Western stuff was
all the Western
cool.
stuff was good, but like I'm talking about, I should say, Japan-based Square Enix, like Final Fantasy VII, Kingdom Hearts still is like that's so far off. This new RPG that they said is going to come out next year, but I don't think it will.
Nier
Definitely not
2?
America. But in Nier 2, yeah, right. Like this stuff is all clearly very far off.
Yeah, they basically had a better E3 conference than EA had last year.
Yeah.
Or this year.
Or this year. But like I appreciate like there is stuff down the line that I will be excited about, but like Mass Effect Andromeda, for example, that's next holiday.
Yeah.
I feel like that's actually going to come
Right.
next
It would
holiday.
have been. It would have been a press conference for a PS4, like, if it was the same kind of, what's it called, distance away. 2 years from now, this would have been a fantastic press conference.
Yeah.
Even if that stuff was the same distance away from 2 years from now than it is now, simply because the PS4 doesn't have much to show from now.
Yeah. And like I feel like they'll have a lot better showing next year because everything will be like ready to show, but still.
I mean, hey, they might even have something much better to show a half a year from now at a different conference.
At PlayStation Experience in December, even.
What we got left? TGS and Gamescom.
Yep. And
In Paris Games, whatever that is.
Paris Games, apparently that's the thing.
I'm gonna call bullshit on Paris Games.
Yeah, Paris Games isn't real.
No.
They don't make games in France.
They make omelette du fromage.
Omelette du fromage. And les enfants terribles.
I'm upset now.
I did have like a legitimate moment where I was like, holy shit, Metal Gear Solid 5 is actually like just a little over a month away.
Yeah, that'll be
I
cool.
guess.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited for that.
Should probably play a Phantom Pain at some point.
You mean Peace Walker?
You said Phantom Pain.
I did say Phantom Pain.
Peace Walker's alright. I feel like you could read a wiki entry on Peace Walker and be okay though.
Peace Walker's so good.
I'm really excited for like a more realized Peace Walker. That's what Phantom Pain's gonna be. So I've watched like every demo about that game, like all the long demos. I still like feel like I know nothing about it. So.
You been watching any Metal Gear Scanlan?
Oh, I watched all Metal Gear Scanlan.
Thank God.
God,
It's
that
so
shit's-
good.
It's so good.
It's really good.
You caught up on the first two episodes of Metal Gear Scanlan 4, right? No,
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
Yeah, I'm caught up now.
I've been watching them on my TV, on my
Nice.
PlayStation browser.
See, and that's my thing about Phantom Pain. Now that we're on this little tangent, like, and why I'm like kind of concerned about it. Like, I don't see from like at least from the trailers anyway. I don't see where they can have like an Akiba moment, something like that, like a moment like that with him just shitting outside or something like that. That game seems way too serious for that as of right now. So like, I don't know. That's my concern. It just feels like it's going to be way too serious story wise, and it'll miss like all the stuff that I really get from the Metal Gear games. The stuff that I really like from Metal Gear games.
Yeah.
No,
Not-
I'm
not
still
Virginia,
in for it.
You can balloon anything though.
There's a difference between gameplay and story. In the story, you know, they pretty much break the fourth wall by saying it's like press the action button, that dumb shit or whatever.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
it doesn't feel like that game what Phantom Pain's trying to be. I don't think that's what that game is anymore. Especially with Snake being a silent
Well, I mean,
protagonist and
that's
everything.
what happens when Kiefer Sutherland does your voice acting.
Just
For like 3 lines and that's it.
here's the thing, like they've said, like there were, I think like 3 sandboxes in that game, and they've only ever shown Afghanistan, like that first one. So I feel like we haven't actually really seen much of where that game goes, like down the line, like the middle and end game of that story. So I feel like there's still room for tons and tons of surprises in that vein. But it definitely, it does seem serious. And we'll talk more about Metal Gear later in general. I don't know. I feel like it's possible that the conditions under which that game was made might have affected the tone of it as well at this point. Like, it is darker. It's just more depressing. I hope there's still plenty of that stuff in there. And I think there will be enough to make me happy. I don't know about anyone else. Like, I'm okay with a serious Metal Gear game. I think that's the big difference.
Sure, I don't really care. Like, I'll play whatever it is. It's just like the enjoyment factor. That's my concern about it. That's all. I'm gonna play.
Yeah,
I'm play the fuck out of it, and I love the universe and the story from that series. It's just I'm just concerned of what I can get out of it as far as like in total enjoyment factor. Because like even Peace Walker was like kind of a serious game, like pretty much from beginning to end. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like all the Metal Gears have typically had, like, the stories are crazy, but they're always done in a typical, like, a kind of serious way, but with crazy shit happening around it and, like, on the outskirts of it. Like Metal Gear 2, that, for the most part, like, the story was, like, pretty serious, but then you have random shit where, like, Snake is kissing the poster in a locker.
Yeah. Again,
Like dumb bullshit like that, where you still have like a conversation with Otacon about it if you want to, but
That is like, optional stuff, like gameplay stuff that you can go out of your way to do, but I see what you're saying. I don't know, we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Like again, I've seen a lot of that game, but I still feel like I don't really know that much about it.
I've pretty much seen nothing on it besides those big E3 trailers of it. So I haven't really seen anything on that game.
Yeah. I'm excited, nonetheless.
me too.
For sure.
Back on track with video games. Scott, did you manage
I think
to
we
play
were
anything?
actually just talking about video games.
Did I manage to
That's a
play
good
anything?
correction.
Yeah, it's true. Did you manage to play anything this week?
I did, and guess where I played it?
Dota.
Well, you see, I would love to play a game while being inside of Dota because that would require me being inside of Dota.
Yeah. And that sounds pretty cool to Scott, I'd say.
Yeah,
But
buck fighting in that though. No,
Did
fuck that.
you play it
Dota's
in the
prostitute,
fish
by the way.
factory?
No,
Okay.
in the car.
In the car.
On the way to the fish factory.
That's a good idea. I should start doing that.
Yeah, that commute, man. What did you play?
Fantasy Life.
Oh yeah.
That game.
Anything? Oh yeah, I have that digitally. There was a moment where I'm like, did I lose everything in Fantasy Life? No, I have it digitally. We're good. Anything new in that game, or just still chucking away?
Well, if you remember a while ago, I kind of did that thing where I didn't save for a long time.
Yeah, that thing that you constantly do. It seems with all handheld games.
Yeah, I'm still recovering from that.
Jeez, great. Making up for lost time, huh?
Yup.
Well,
It was so much. I didn't even know.
like I feel bad, Sky. I mean,
It
at least
was-
you didn't lose all your cartridges.
It was 2+ ranks on everything.
That's bad. That's
Right.
a lot.
That's a lot. Like, I didn't remember how much until I went back and I checked, and I was like, oh god, that's too much.
Yeah. Funnily enough, it was games like Persona 3 specifically, where I was like, I would die and lose like 3 hours of progress, where I'm like, I need to just save all the time. I just need to make that a habit. So no matter what I'm doing, where I'm playing it, I just save all the time, like a madman.
Yeah,
That's
no,
that's
the
point where I
worst.
stopped playing.
The worst that happened
Yeah,
to
sure.
me is playing Final Fantasy VIII a little while ago. Right, and I do this entire first segment with no actual like save points.
Yeah.
I just like leave it on when I have to go back. So I think it's something like actual only in 2 hours into the game. But since I was like 8, took me almost 10 hours to get there because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And then it crashes on me as I was for the computer. And there's just no save file there.
Yeah,
That was empty. That was like
fucking terrible.
I was like, oh. Yeah, later I'd go back and that game's disc was actually broken and I couldn't play the whole game the whole way through.
It's stuff like that that teaches you to appreciate times when games like speaking of Metal Gear Solid, been watching Metal Gear Scaling 4.
Well, it was
It'll
the
prompt you
disc
to
was,
save the game though. It'll be like, "Do you want to save?" You'd be like, "Oh shit, I haven't done that for a while. Thanks for reminding me, game." As
Yeah.
opposed to it being like, "No, it's on you. You got to fucking remember that shit." It's like, "Well, this is doomed already." So just set a reminder on your phone, Scott, to go off every 5 minutes while you're playing a game.
Well, I'm better now.
I hope so.
It was specifically the fantasy life thing because I had been working on all that stuff for I don't know how long before the actual death thing happened.
Long enough for it to hurt.
And the saves weren't in a spot where I came across. I didn't actually see that save point.
Yeah.
Else I would have clicked it in specifically how I was moving about. So now that I know, I go and I save whenever I rank up.
Good. So you're still catching up on that.
Yeah.
Did you play anything else?
No.
Okay. Nabishin, what about you? Video games.
Oh, that and my Sunday.
Fucking liar.
Well, no. I still didn't play anything.
Okay. Yes, Scott. your
But you
Sunday.
remember how I haven't really had a free Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday's not free either.
Now free or not free?
Not free.
No.
So I don't get to play anything for this week.
It's. I would say it's good though that you're busier in the summer because nothing comes out during the summer.
Yeah.
So it's okay that you're getting behind on the games that you were just trying to catch up on in the first place. You'll have plenty of time. I don't think you're really excited about Until Dawn, so
No.
yeah. Hayden Panettiere, man, she's in that game. Anyway. No,
Yeah, on to the next person.
Yeah. I didn't really play much of anything this week, honestly. I don't even know where my free time went as far as that. Like I said, I've been working and everything, but I don't know. Like, I guess like when I try to consume like the daily news from Colin and Greg Live and then like listen to podcasts at the same time, like I don't know, like I just sucks up my time and I haven't really played anything. But like the stuff I've been playing was like The Witcher 3. Like I played a little bit more of that. Just little side shit. I didn't really do much of anything yet, or much of anything of significance, I should say. I've been thinking, I'll probably do the hardest difficulty. Like I think I did start that up a little bit actually, but I got to the Gwent part and then I stopped because I don't know why. But yeah, like I didn't really do much in that game so far. Like I guess I'm doing the treacherous stuff. Like I'm really like my goal of the game right now is just to get to level 35 and just get that trophy and be like, yay, I'm happy. and then I guess I'll go do the Death March or whatever. So yeah, we'll see how that happens with that. But yeah, and other than that, I played a little bit more Devil May Cry 4 just to like pretty much play a little bit more of it just to like put more on monthly passions. Not that I don't like the game. It's just like I'm just not in the mood for it right now because it's like it's just so archaic to play it, and I don't know, like still a good game, but it's just like it's a bit of a slog to get through. But I played as Lady, and I played as Virgil, just like trying out the different characters since they're open in front. Like Virgil was pretty much Dante at the end of the game, so it's like, oh, okay, so this is just easy mode with Virgil, and playing as with Lady, Trish is like later on in the game. She's like a little bit more different as far as like her combat. She just uses guns the entire time, more or less. So like that's like a whole different type of strategy using her.
Okay.
So like doing juggles and stuff like that, you have to like shoot them in the air and then like just repeatedly just shoot them and juggle them and stuff like that. Instead of like like using a sword to like do a combo or something like that. So it's interesting with her, but yeah, that's just that game. I'll probably play more of it eventually, but I think I'm just gonna like rent God of War from Redbox and play that for like a weekend and be done with that.
Yeah. I've heard it looks good.
It looks okay.
So, I'm interested to see what you think. Is that all?
Yeah,
All the video games?
that's pretty much everything. Like, trying to get back in Danganronpa 2. I just haven't had the wherewithal to really do that. Like, well, my door being knocked by asking me for a Slurpee or some dumb shit like that. And I've been reading the Witcher book too. I'm not too far into it. I'm maybe like 20 pages in, but like for me that's good. So I'm just getting back into reading has been kind of rough. So yeah.
Yeah. That was me when I started reading all those like nonfiction books about freelance writing. Cool. Let me know how it is. I was told Jarrett, I think, mentioned that book is worth getting. So
Yeah, it seems really good so far.
As for me, I like toward the end of last weekend after we recorded, I finished up Batman Arkham Knight on New Game Plus. Got all the trophies. Got the Platinum Trophy. Finished my Triforce of Batman Arkham Rocksteady Platinum trophies. And I was looking at after I played Origins, I was looking at the trophy list for that. It's just not gonna happen. There's like 10 multiplayer trophies. I'm like, ugh.
Oh yeah, multiplayer. I forgot that was in that game.
Yeah. I sat in a multiplayer waiting lobby just to see how it was again, and I got into like one game for like half a match, but that was when the PSN was having like super bad issues for some reason.
Wait for it to go free for PlayStation Plus. Well, but yeah, that'll probably be like when it'll kick up again.
Yeah.
If that ever happens.
Yeah. But when I was playing, I was like, yeah, this isn't bad at all. Like the Origins multiplayer is fine. It's like it's not a selling point by any means, but if you were interested in it, I think it's enjoyable. So I did that. So it was like a week and a half of me playing through all the Batman games and 100% in all of them back to back to back. So I was a little burnt out by the end of it. But Arkham Knight is really good. I finished my review of it. I just have to post it. I don't know. Like that game's just super solid. I was thinking about getting the season pass so I could play that Batgirl DLC this week, but then someone tweeted me, it's like, it's an hour long. If that makes you feel one way or the other about it. I'm like, okay, I'll just wait the week. I will still buy it and I'll still play it.
Definitely.
But if it's not worth spending $40 on it.
Yeah.
There will be other story-based DLCs that I'll just, I'll get piecemeal as well, so I don't have to deal with extra fucking Batmobile track bullshits. So, so that was good. Batman Arkham Knight's really great. I think my review sums up how I feel about it. So hopefully, again, that'll be out by the time you hear this in audio form, and you'll be able to see what I thought. I played a little bit of Rocket League, which the kind of funny folks have been talking nonstop about, and I actually had no idea what it was.
Fucking everybody's been talking about that game, too.
Yeah, everybody has been now. I just heard it first from them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a soccer game that you play as a little remote control car.
I liked it better with Super Apparatus Battle Cars, or whatever the fuck that game was on PS3.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a series or anything.
Yeah, so, like, it's well, when I played it, because I played that a little bit too, it seems like the exact same game from that PS3 game, just like, the less stupid name. But like, I don't know, like, I just don't get the fanfare for it now. Like, everybody's into it now. Like it's the exact same game from that game years ago. Like, except like the camera's closer. That's like the only real difference I could tell.
Yeah, I didn't really have an expectation. I will say it just feels really, really good to play.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I've never played anything in this series before, so I really enjoyed it. Again, I was burnt out from playing all this fucking Batman, so I played it for about an hour or anything. It is also like very exhausting to play that game because you get like really tense while you're playing. So I just played a few matches and I won a few, I lost a few. It was fun. I'm not very good, I don't think, but if you've watched the Giant Bomb East vs. West, I'm the equivalent of Brad Shoemaker. So I tend to get really close to the ball and then miss anytime it matters. So, but it was really fun. Like, it was immediately really satisfying to play that game. So I think that'd be fun if I could get a group of people to play together. Especially watching that Giant Bomb video, which you should check out. GB East versus GB West. It was very, very cool. But yeah, I've just played a little bit of it. It feels good. It's intense. That could be a fun split screen game if I can get some people over. I downloaded PlanetSide 2 for PlayStation 4, which is referred to as a closed beta that is available publicly on the PlayStation Store, which seems off. But that's just a fucking train wreck.
You play with Greg?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. You go into it, right, and it's like, you know, pick your faction, I guess. Like, there are three: is red, purple, and blue. Okay, like they have names, but they're all stupid and don't matter. So I picked red because I think red's a cool color. I guess I don't know. I just picked red, and then like you make your character, which is it's like male or female, and then choose one of 6 faces, and then that's it. It might have been like one of 3 faces. I don't know. And then it's like choose a server. So this is like the menu's very ugly. You know, you're just kind of going through it. Choose a server, and I picked the one that was kind of like a balance of all 3 different factions. I chose it, and then it just loaded, and then it just popped me into the game. Didn't tell me anything of what the fuck I was supposed to do, what was happening.
I can't stand multiplayer games that just do that.
It's like. I had no idea. I didn't get to. It's a class-based shooter, and I didn't get to pick a class. It shows me like the second of 5. Like, I don't know what algorithm it used to pick that, but the lightweight assault is what it chose me as instead of the heavy assault, which is the first class, and medic, and then support, I guess, and there's one other one, sniper. And then I just, like, I mean, you don't have to tell me how to play a shooter. I get it. You fucking aim with the left trigger and shoot with the right one. I understand that shit. But I would appreciate knowing anything, just at all else. So I just dropped in, and I played for, like, 20 minutes of just trying to get to this capture point. I think? I'm not sure. There was, like, big flashing lights that says, defend and assault. And I'm like, sure. And anytime I would leave the building I was in, I would just get shot from like a mile away. And I'm like, well, fuck this, I guess. This is stupid. And I stopped playing. So, it didn't look good either. I mean, I had no frame of reference for how many hundreds of people were on the server or whatever. But it seemed like an MMO style thing where it's not like a match, like a massive action game or something like that. It's just an active server that you just drop in and it's just always going. And it's like, why would you play that? Why is that? There's no completion, and that's like something you should associate with a first-person shooter. It's just like finishing a mission or an objective or anything. But no, it's just like always just war, I guess. War never changes.
War has changed.
War has changed. And I don't know. It just seemed fucking terrible. It felt fine. Save for the frame rate kind of being all over the place, which it's in beta, it's fine, I understand that, but like everything about the presentation was a goddamn nightmare. So don't play PlanetSide 2. That's my recommendation, unless you want to be deeply confused.
But it's free.
It's free, yeah. Whatever, man.
And it shows.
And it shows. Yeah. If you want to waste your goddamn time with it, be my guest. Do not recommend. I was hoping like it would be, you know, something like Mag, where it's like, you know,
You mean fun?
Do you like
fun.
free? I mean, do
Yeah.
you like Mag?
Mag's fine. I only played a little bit of it.
Mm.
I am not like Greg. I wasn't super critical of kind of like the changes they made to the game later on, but I didn't play as much of it later on then anyway because good first-person shooters were coming out.
Boom.
Like Mag was very ambitious. From the get-go, I don't think it was very excellent. It was fine though. It was good. This was like it's just like I said. It just seems like there's an active war just always happening. It doesn't finish out in matches. They're not like hour-long matches or whatever. There are no tickets. They're just capture points, and if you capture them, good on you, I guess. It means nothing. So, and the HUD is just like there's a bunch of stuff in all four corners of your screen, and I had no idea what any of them meant. There's a radar. I understood that much. But there's no ammo counter. It's just like a bar that goes down. So it was a mess. Other than that, I played some Banjo-Tooie on my Xbox One. So I was playing some 360 games on my Xbone. And that was cool. Runs great. Runs as well as it does.
Yeah, the preview program's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the preview program's good. I haven't experienced any kind of the preview bugs. I'm sure there will be some, but all the Xbox 360 games run really well. So
Shout out to Jeff Shorney.
I expect a full written review of Viva Pinata.
I am excited to play Viva Pinata.
It's so good.
I've heard nothing but great things. That's like an August game that I'm gonna get into. Is that Rare Collection? I'm probably just gonna play Viva Pinata 1 and 2, but I don't care. Like,
Don't play 1. 2 is the same game with more stuff.
Okay.
It's like it's seriously just like an expansion pack for the first game that has the first game in it. So just play it.
I'll just play 2 then. There we go. I don't want this to be like a Mass Effect situation where I start with 2 and then regret it for the rest of my life.
You can't play 1.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can play 1. It's just different now. It's weird and dirty.
Yeah, 1's the best game.
All right. Yeah, that was it. That's all I played. I mean, I played Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One when it was free for gold members during E3. I just remembered that. And that was fine. That game feels good. I forgot how well that game played.
Was it? Where did this come from?
Remember when the EA was like, "Our Vault is free to all gold members."
Oh,
E3.
Okay. I'm like, why are you just bringing this up all randomly?
So I downloaded the full copy of Battlefield 4 on Xbox One, and I played a little bit of it, and it was fun.
I mean,
And
you
then
already had Battlefield 4, though.
I on PS4. I know. I don't know, man. Whatever. I was playing on my Xbox One.
Okay.
I wanted to see how it ran on Xbox One specifically. It runs as well as it does on PS4, but it does not look as good. It was noticeable that it looked worse. Not by
Is it
like
that
a lot.
noticeable?
I think it's noticeable. Like I'm not too big on like resolution stuff, but I could tell the difference.
Okay.
The textures were just like it wasn't as solid. Which is, I haven't played Battlefield 4 in a long time, but I remember how good that game looked. I took that away from that experience. That's it. That's all I played. Just bringing up weird games from E3 week. We're going to take a break. We have a ton of news to talk about. Some of it we'll spend more time on than others.
I think I'm going to go eat some donuts.
Joe's going to eat some donuts. We're going to take
There
a
you
break.
go.
Everybody loves donuts.
Everyone does love donuts, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, all of you lovely listeners out there, we will be back in just a little bit.
Choo, choo, choo.
Keep recording.
Yes. Go enjoy some donuts.
I got to put my shirt back on.
That's right.
I probably should zip my pants up. That's where this podcast has taken me.
You should probably put your dick away too. Like, Jesus Christ.
I gotta do something. Fuck. I don't want to turn my ceiling fan on because I don't want it to mess with the audio.
That'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I've changed my audio, my editing ways.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine.
Alex is the magic man.
Alex, what are you editing in now?
Logic Pro 10.
How's that?
It's fucking real good. I don't have to do anything anymore. It's great. I just like set some presets up, and then it cuts out all the fucking noise. You don't have to level it or anything, Joe.
Really?
Yeah.
This fucking podcast just got 10 times easier.
I know. That was my thing, was because like Scott and Tony were like, it takes a long time to do all this shit for you. Like, all right. I will see if I can find a way that is easier for both of us, so you can get your podcast files up before Wednesday, and I can edit the show easier. And I found it, and now everybody's happier. So.
Except you still get your podcast
Actually,
files
yeah.
like
You
on
get those
Thursday.
Except people still get their fucking files up on Wednesday, and I'm like, cheat. Go get some donuts.
Hey, my worst, I believe, so far was Monday.
Yeah, you've been fantastic as of late, Scott. Yours is usually up like Saturday afternoon.
Yes,
know
but
how you
it
do
will
it.
also be up this week at Monday because same reasons.
Chickadee, yeah, I gotcha. Just let me know when it's up, so I'll know when.
No, I reckon I'm just going to do the same thing I did last week.
Just to have a very self-aware text to yourself. Scott, where's your podcast file? Fuck you. I will say, like, I was in class when I was reading those, and I thought they were really funny. Because I was going to send it to you before I went to class, but I forgot.
So I had perfect timing with those.
Oh yeah, you were right on it. I should. I'm gonna get another drink. I think we probably have a couple of minutes. So
I'll be back as well.
hi, Scott.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, I didn't move.
Yeah, I figured not. You didn't say, yeah, I'm gonna go. Then it just like you trail off as you leave your microphone behind.
I mean, I could go get a beer right now.
I am drinking a beer. Blue Moon.
But, like, I don't really like beer that much, so I'm like, nah.
Then that, yeah. I almost got some bourbon, a little glass of bourbon, but I'm just gonna go to bed after this because I'm tired, like I said. So I figured
Yeah.
no bourbon before bed.
What, is that like a rule or something?
No, I figure it's just like I don't want to waste it because I don't have that much left. It's good stuff. So
What, good as in you enjoy drinking it, or?
good as I enjoy drinking it, and it's also like expensive. Like I treated myself to a nice glass of bourbon, or a bottle of bourbon, I should say.
Okay.
So I found this board game. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's in the Mafia family, so you might have. It's called One Night Ultimate Werewolf. I'll take that as a
Nope.
no.
Not at all.
So it's in the Mafia family in that, like, there are two werewolves, right? And the villagers. You vote on a villager to kill at the end of a timer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the werewolf's goal. Welcome back, Joe. The werewolf's goal is obviously not to die, for neither of them to die, and the villager's goal is obviously to kill the werewolves.
Yep.
But there are a lot more roles than just the werewolf and the villagers. Like, there's different villagers that you can be. So that basically everyone looks at their cards and then they close their eyes, and in a specific order they open them, and cards will get shifted around So by the time everyone wakes up and has their discussion on who's who, you might not be who you thought you were. So
Right.
that's a cool level of intrigue.
Have you played Avalon?
No, it's in the same family as that though.
You should get Avalon.
Nobishin has it and he tells me it's awesome.
It's
So
pretty great.
I do want to get it. I think I would want to get this One Night Ultimate Werewolf before Avalon though. I'll say. And there's like a nice app that goes with the game that like counts off and says like, if you are this person, now you open your eyes and do what you're supposed to do. I'm like, oh, that's good, because that way people just have to remember their roles and they don't have to necessarily remember what they have to do, because it will tell them. So
Right.
I like that. How you doing, Joe? How are the donuts?
They were good, man. I scarfed 2 of them down, and then I realized I had most of an energy drink upstairs, so I came back up here to drink this drink.
Right this drink. I'm drinking a Blue Moon Summer Honey Wheat.
Nice.
Wheat.
Nice. I'm excited to come up there, guys.
Dude, I'm pumped. Are you going to be able to make it up for Extra Life Option or no?
Maybe.
It's November 7th.
Really?
Yes.
We'll see. I honestly don't know.
You're more than welcome, of course. Alright, you guys ready?
Yep. Ready?
Plug in this goddamn cord. This goddamn cord.
You want to start us off with some hot jams?
Oh, yeah.
Look up Hyper Crush and
Of course, Hypercrush.
hold on.
Just play Kiss My Lips by Dev.
Oh, I
Hyper Crush
by Seal.
Rage.
I heard you know.
I can still barely hear an option. It's making me very upset.
I don't do, man. Bork up your fucking headphones.
Bork down your audio then.
I borked it down.
Gotta bork it some more.
Scott, how do I sound for you? Am I loud?
Pretty borked.
You're not loud, but compared to Nabishin, everyone's loud.
Okay, I made myself quieter. I don't want to get to the point where you can barely hear both of us.
That's not possible for you.
Jesus Christ. You know, you don't have to phrase it like a thinly veiled insult.
It wasn't veiled.
Fair enough. Alright, let's do this. News in gaming. Let's talk about some news, fellas. A lot of news happened this week. Unfortunately, let's start with the sad news.
Sad news.
It was announced over Sunday night. President and CEO of Nintendo, Satoru Iwata, has died at 55 due to a bile duct growth. Now we know he's been in poor health since he actually missed last year's E3 because of surgery related to this. And he wasn't there at this year's E3. He said presumably for other reasons, but this was clearly related. It was a bit of a shock. I think. I don't know. I'm guessing to all of us here, and to the games industry.
Yep.
As a whole, because we didn't know how serious it was.
Nope.
But this was super sad news. I thought BBC actually did a really great piece about some of Iwata's accomplishments. I thought it'd be cool to bring that up on the show, since I don't know if all of you know what he's done. But he started as a programmer for HAL Laboratories, which I believe he was one of the early founding members to that. Not necessarily founding, but early members when it started. And HAL is obviously known for Earthbound or the Mother series and Kirby and Smash Brothers. So he was a programmer there for many years. And then eventually in 2002 he became the president of Nintendo, which was a big deal because he was the first person outside of the Yamaguchi family or Yamauchi, it might be
Yamauchi.
Yamauchi family to be into like the upper echelon of Nintendo employees, which, from what I understand, Japanese business is can be very family oriented. So this was kind of Nintendo branching out, and then in 2013 he was made the CEO of Nintendo of America, and he's obviously been in charge of a lot of projects, like the Wii U and the 3DS. And he's done like a lot of cool things. He was the guy that made Pokemon Silver and Pokemon Gold work on the Game Boy Color because like they needed to crunch it down because it had 2 whole worlds in it. So he did that line of code, which I thought was really cool. And he programmed in Balloon Fight, in Mother 1 and Mother 2. So he did a lot of cool stuff, and he said on his business card that he was a programmer. He was a programmer at heart, and a president on his business card, but he considered himself a gamer as long as with everyone else. Set out to make games that were fun for everyone, which was a lot of heartfelt stuff in regards to Mr. Iwata out there after his passing, and obviously our hearts go out to his family and the people over at Nintendo mourning his loss, I'm sure. It was a similar situation to other losses, like major losses I've experienced in the games industry, where there was just this outpouring of love and adoration for the person that passed, which I thought was very appropriate. And it definitely, and I don't mean to diminish or dismiss anything, but it makes it easier on everyone when you see that you're not the only one grieving. And this was definitely it was very sad. I was very upset at this, as I'm sure a lot of people I know that were actually really moved by this. So it was, again, good to see that there were other people you could mourn with across the internet. Tons of positive remembrance of Mr. Iwata. A lot of very sad images out there, though. That definitely bummed me out to a great extent. But rest in peace, Mr. Iwata, and we will obviously always remember what you did. Anything to add? Anybody want to add anything?
Not really. I just feel like I think Iwata brought up he's kind of like especially like the way he carried himself in Nintendo. It felt like he was the one who really brought out the these company men being like human. I think like he's the one who really like kind of started that whole shtick to it, because it seemed like ever since he became president of Nintendo, yeah, sure we like joke on like Reggie and and all this other stuff, but it's like with Iwata, it seems like it brought like more of a face and like a good face to it, because like you can't really say that. You can say that about Nintendo. You have a Miyamoto, you have Iwata, and you have a Reggie, but like with Sony, you got like just Shuhei and
then you have a PR person,
Sean Layden. Now,
You had Jack Tretton for a long time.
Yeah. Jack Tretton and now Sean Layden.
And like with Xbox, you just pretty much have Phil Spencer and almost no one else. Unless you house like Bonnie Ross from 343. But I just think when you think of Nintendo, you think of someone like Iwata, and that's the face that you see. And I just feel like he just felt like always like the most sincere person. Yeah. Anytime he was on stage, even because I remember I think this is the first time me and you ever really interacted, Alex. I believe it was when he did his GDC speech a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And pretty much everyone was shitting on him because he was saying how cautious he was about the iPhone and putting more value into the quality of video games and stuff like that. Yeah. And pretty much you and me were on the same side saying he didn't really mean fuck iPhone. He was just saying
be cautious about this,
Yeah, pretty much. And it's kind of turned out to be him being right now, because I don't really know anyone really talking about mobile games like they used to a few years ago. But yeah, This is super sad. Like, I was extremely bummed hearing
Yeah.
about it.
You were the one that told me, actually. You sent a message out to all of us in the group thread, and then I saw the news story. So, yeah, it's incredibly sad. I think Japanese businessmen, kind of like in suits and everything, they get kind of like this bad rap, or they kind of become the butt of a joke in a lot of cases. But Iwata definitely came off as someone who, like, he was so charismatic and so personable. Like, he always seemed like someone you could approach and just have a laugh with, which is like that's so that is not what you get from like Japanese companies. In most cases, like, you know, they're always so closed off to Western audiences, but you know, Iwata was always a part of every Nintendo Direct to the West and to the East. So he was always like there and talking directly to you. He was this Japanese CEO that was communicating with a Western audience. He was this bridge between, you know, North America and Europe and Japan, where Nintendo was stationed at, and I thought that was really cool. And obviously, like, people like Kazurai and stuff became more of that when Iwata was kind of like coming up as the president in like 2005 and everything. But it was a different time, and you know, I went back and I watched a bunch of old videos of Iwata and just some of the stuff he would say, and it was like when he came out and said in like some E3 show, I think it was like you know, I was playing Smash Brothers with Reggie. That was my game, and I made him say, "Who's your daddy?" It's like that's so crazy and so funny, and it's like he got out there and just came off as this charismatic dude, and that's so cool. But yeah, we'll move on unless anyone has anything to add. All right.
Yeah, I think so.
In other news, also over the weekend, I believe, or like toward the end of last week that we might have missed, Jade Raymond is now the head of an EA studio. I don't remember the name.
Probably Visceral. Well, let's just go with Visceral.
It's not Visceral. It's specifically not Visceral. It's like it's got like a T in it, like Titan. I don't know.
Well, what were the two staples? Visceral and BioWare.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a new
Each of those,
studio,
they
but
had,
she's
like,
looking
6
over
studios each.
Visceral.
Yeah, it's a new studio, but she is her first project is working with Visceral and Amy Hennick's team on the next
Visceral.
Star Wars game. Yes, it all came back to Visceral, Joe.
Motive Studios.
What's it called?
Motive Studios.
Motive. There you go. For people who don't know, Jade Raymond was kind of like one of the first big minds behind Assassin's Creed in Ubisoft Montreal. And she, from what I understand, was a big part of that series kind of taking off. Very smart. She is a very, very smart person, and it's cool to see her being a part of this Star Wars project that just seems more and more of like a dream creative team behind it, which sounds cool. So that's awesome. Congrats to Jade Raymond. I'm excited to see what she does with Motive and what this Visceral game ends up being. God, I hope we hear about that game soon, and hopefully it's not announced with concept art.
You know, I kind of just realized after reading this story, it was like I don't really play Ubisoft games as far as like third-person action games. Like
You always play Far Cry, but yeah.
yeah, like I said, yeah, like Far Cry's the only one I played, but like, you know, that's a whole different feel. But like, you know, like just the way that there's something about the movement and just the way their games are with like Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell and even Watch Dogs. It's like there's something about their movement and animation set. Or maybe just the combat is more what I'm getting at. It's just like it just doesn't feel right to me. It's just like it just doesn't feel right. I don't know. I can't really explain it, but like I never really like got into a Ubisoft game that wasn't like Far Cry. So.
Yeah, I agree. Like I don't think it turns me off as much, but I haven't played like a third-person Ubisoft game in a long time.
It's just like Black Flag, right?
Yeah, Black Flag I think was the last one. I mean, I played Watch Dogs, but fucking did Watch Dogs play me? I think that was the truth. Did I cancel that Amazon pre-order? I don't know. It was a black haze when I was trying to hit the delete button, but I couldn't. The Watch Dogs hacked into my computer, and I couldn't delete the pre-order. That's what it was. No, I don't know. I agree, definitely. I don't know what it is. Their first-person stuff always is really solid, though. I'm curious about the Siege. I'm obviously more curious about the Division, which I'm pretty excited about.
Guys, breaking news.
Yeah, what's up?
Witcher 3 1.07 update is live.
Get that new movement.
Guys, also breaking news. It's a 7 gig patch.
Oh, hell yeah. I better start downloading that right now.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. God, that fucking noise. I need to, like, make that...
I told you that's my text tone. When you text me, I get that shit.
I should make that, like, my email tone or something. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was way louder than I thought it would be.
Heard
Man,
that.
someone just turned on a PlayStation. Holy shit.
Yeah. When my PlayStation's in sleep mode, it's, there we go. It doesn't connect to the internet, I guess.
That's weird.
It, like, disconnects when it's in sleep mode, which makes it kind of counterproductive. I think it connects for a little bit after I turn it off, so like I just turn it on. It's a Witcher patch started downloading. I can put it in sleep mode now, and it'll finish, and I don't have to worry about it. But I don't know, it'll disconnect.
I think it doesn't stay, because it doesn't stay connected all the time. From what I thought it just pings servers like once a day. That you set the time where it pings servers in sleep mode, and then it pings them, and if there's something there, it'll download. If not, then you have to wait 24 hours for it to ping it again.
I know that's how the PS3 works, but I don't know. Yeah. We learned a lot today. Actually, I'll save this one for last. Let's talk about Kojima. I said we would talk about Metal Gear Solid 5 a little bit more. So, as of this week, Kojima's name has apparently been removed from all Metal Gear Solid 5 assets. Most specifically, the box art. So, what's it?
But not the game itself. Or at least not, we don't know.
We don't know, but presumably not the game
Now,
itself.
question: does Kojima still have the symbol?
So the Kojima Productions logo has been removed from the front of the game, yeah.
Okay.
So it at the top of the box, if you look at the box art, it used to say a Hideo Kojima game, and there was next to the Fox Engine symbol, it had the Kojima Productions symbol. Both those are gone. So that's fucking weird. And along with that news, the Japanese voice actor for Solid Snake / Big Boss said that Kojima Productions has been shuttered, has been closed. So these kind of came out back to back. What do you guys think of this?
I think that he might be done.
Yeah, so I mean, Kojima
At least for now.
he had gone out on record saying that it sounded like he was going to leave Konami after Metal Gear Solid 5 shipped, but he had repeatedly said, "I will see through Metal Gear Solid 5 through to the end of development." Like he'd always said that, like, I'm on board with this project until it ships. Like, I will be there. But now they're just kind of removing his name and everything. Now, Abishin, what do you think? How do you feel about this, I should say? Okay, great. I'm glad you feel.
All right. Well, back to me. It's also kind of a dick move.
It is kind of a dick move. That was kind of like where I settled with it. Right, Joe?
What?
And the other thing is, can they really do that and get away with it if they filed a suit for it?
Yeah, no, you can totally get away with removing his name. It's I think it has something to do with some type of like naming laws in Japan. Like he may have like requested it because if he wants to, as far as I understand it, name another studio like Kojima Productions or anything with his name on it, then Konami could sue for brand confusion.
Mm-hmm.
So if he is like fighting to be able to keep his name, then that's cool.
Yeah, and maybe like in the dissolving, because this news story I have in the doc refers to Kojima Productions being dissolved. Maybe in him saying like, I want to make another Kojima-based studio with my name in it, after this is shipped, because clearly Kojima Productions is done, part of that agreement was Konami said, well, okay, but we're taking your name out of this, out of Metal Gear Solid 5, or off the box at the very least.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a trade-off, maybe not. It definitely seems like the worst part about all of this is like Konami, I guess obviously has been very non-talkative. You know, they haven't really been responding to any of this. Like,
and everyone's ready to jump on them whenever they do something, whenever they sneeze.
I mean,
everyone's
like,
ready to jump on them.
it's difficult. I think, especially for like people are big fans of Kojima. People are ready to jump to his defense to tell who's the bad guy in this, because, you know, for all we know, Kojima could be a total diva in development. It could have been a nightmare working with him, and Konami might just be done working with him,
Or working in consoles.
or working with consoles in general, and like this whole fallout is just kind of happening around that. Or it could be like Kojima's like, I don't want to make Metal Gear games after this, and Konami's like, well, you do, or
You don't have a job.
Yeah, you do, or you don't have a job, and Kojima's like, well, then fuck it, I'm done. And this is Konami's kind of like insult to injury with that. Like, well, then we're taking your name off the box. We're taking your studio. We're dissolving your studio and taking that off the box. But we don't know. It could be either or.
But my big thing is probably the stickler that really gets to me is the fact that he took the time to make his own engine, the Fox engine. So like for Metal Gear Solid 5, and then like he pretty much has to leave that behind now, or at least that's what it seems like. Cause I'm pretty sure that's Konami property, if anything.
And that's a fucking hot engine. Just by the way, general statement, not related, but I think that engine is really cool. And now it probably won't ever get used again. Because like with the dissolution of Kojima Studios, and like again, I'm sure Kojima's done with Konami after this, but you know, there were still kind of questions as to whether or not that studio would live on. Technically, Konami could keep it going without him. Then, you know, with that gone now, it doesn't seem like they will actually be making Metal Gear Solid games after this. Although I don't know if there's been an update on that, like, job posting of like, who wants to be help make the next Metal Gear Solid game after 5. So, who knows? Everything kind of surrounding Kojima Productions is just fucking fallen by the wayside, though, which is super depressing. And this is probably a story we'll never know. We'll never know the ending of. Until, like, 10 years from now, someone writes a tell-all. I'll be excited for that day. In other news, Dead Island 2 is in development hell. Surprise. That game was supposed to come out this year, which I am always very surprised to hear. Oh god, the Spanish advertisement just fucking started up on my browser. Yeah, sorry. But anyway, Deep Silver basically said they were taking Jaeger, which was the development team of Dead Island 2, off of development. And they were like, yeah, our visions didn't line up or whatever, and then Jaeger came out, or they didn't say that. They were like, you know, we want to make a quality product or some PR stuff like that, and Jaeger came out and said our creative visions for the project didn't line up, so we departed from this development with Deep Silver. So I guess like Dead Island 2 is being developed by some internal Deep Silver studio. I don't actually know.
I don't even think they said really what's happening to that game anymore.
Yeah.
Just let the Saints Row guy make it, and then problem solved. Best game.
What, that's Volition? Right?
Yeah.
They would probably make a good Dead Island game.
Yeah. Yeah, they would.
I don't know, like, what's their other game in development hell?
Homefront, yes. The Revolution.
They took Crytek off of that, and an internal Deep Silver development studio is making that now, for sure. I know that, but yeah, I guess they didn't even say. I'm looking through the story, and they didn't say who's working on Dead Island 2 now. So presumably no one is the actual answer, and presumably that game is probably going to get canceled.
I still got that hot ass trailer though.
It does. which I didn't even think that was a great trailer to begin with.
I thought the trailer was great.
I thought it was, it's whatever.
I mean, compared to that lie of a first trailer, I don't know. I enjoyed
trailer,
it.
But I thought it was a great trailer. This
Yeah,
trailer
and
was he's running, he's a zombie now. Fucking whatever.
I don't know. It was a set mood for me, so I thought it seemed cool.
Yeah, I wonder how much. Again, that definitely seemed more realistic to what the tone of Dead Island 2 could be. But now that game's probably never going to come out. So.
Who do you voodoo, bitch?
Yeah, who do you voodoo?
Oh god, that game was so good, guys.
That's right. You were actually a fan of Dead Island, Joe. Were you at all excited for the second one?
No, I didn't play it. Are you talking about the second one or like the
Dead Island 2, I should say.
Dying Light?
Yeah, I was excited for Dying Light. That game was great.
That game was great.
Yeah, it was kind of super boring, and then you got that like grappling hook, and
You got that grappling hook,
holy
you were just like,
fuck!
Yeah, I played quite a bit of co-op with Jared with that game, and yeah, it's a great time.
But no, I don't give a shit about anything that Jaeger works on.
Yeah, it's not Techland. Like, I guess they were probably never working on this game though.
No, it's the people who did Spec Ops: The Line was doing that game.
Oh wow, did not know that. Well, I guess like it frees Jaeger up to do something interesting at least. Instead of another goddamn open world zombie game. Weird. Alright. Deep Silver's in some deep shit, I guess.
I wouldn't go that far. Those guys know
how
how to.
They've just got 2 games now that are like in Nebulous. And that's worrisome. But
they'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't know how much money they're sitting on. Like,
I mean, Metro turned out good for them, and if they ever announce anything good with Saints Row again, then that could be something. So
yeah, I mean, they're definitely working on another Saints Row. They could be working on another Darksiders, but at the very least, they're
No, they don't own Darksiders.
Oh no, that's
Nordic
Games. Yeah, fuck. It's hard to keep all this
THQ
stuff straight in my head.
Definitive edition.
Definitive. I'm probably gonna get that. It's worth noting.
Just play regular Darksiders 2.
Yeah, I like it. I want to play it.
Or hey, how about a better game, Darksiders 1? Apparently,
okay,
I don't know.
Play it on PC then.
Why my PC would not be able to run Darksiders 2 at a consistent 60.
Jesus.
I have a laptop, Joe. Hell do you want from me? Kids these days with their high-tech, newfangled computers.
You shut up, youngin.
Yeah, I don't know. Get your shit together, Deep Silver. Put out some games or something. Randy Pitchford has been out on Twitter saying a bunch of stuff. I think he's commented more at length on this now. But somebody was talking about... I don't know actually like where this started. Somebody was talking shit about aliens, colonial marines.
This started with another episode Jim Sterling did about it, I believe.
Okay.
Or Randy had made some type of comments which set Jim off to doing another Jimquisition. And it kind of brought out the pitchforks again.
Yeah. So, now I have this story from IGN that said... It was after there was a bunch of tweets that were sent. Randy Pitchford on Twitter said that he funneled in some of his own personal money investing into Aliens Colonial Marines to finish that project. Now, speaking to IGN, he said he lost between $10 and $15 million of his own money on the project and refuted the accusations that have been leveled at the studio, which is a quote. And the quote here is, I lost somewhere between $10 million and $15 million that I invested in the game. I still don't regret it. I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
It's because of the learning experience.
Yeah.
If anything.
It's important.
I think it's a little sketchy when you don't know how much you lost when the difference is $5 million up or down.
Yeah.
Like if you lost that much money, you probably have you should have a good idea.
Yeah, like I don't know how rolling in it Randy Pitchford is.
He's pretty rolling in it, guys. Have
you seen his jacket?
I believe Joe and I touched his jacket in person.
Yeah, I have. I took a picture with him, and then he wanted to take a picture without the jacket, and I was like, "Hey, can you put the jacket on?"
Yeah, I remember this. I'm
And then
pretty
he-
sure I was the one that took that picture.
You were, and then he put the jacket on.
Yeah, he did. You know, we have posited the theory that he doesn't have his superpowers without the jacket, but he for sure has superpowers when he's wearing that jacket.
Did I ever tell you that one of the PAXs I went to? It was the last one I went to, or it may have been E3. I don't remember.
East 2014, if I believe. If I
Yeah,
remember.
but I ran into the guy who does the voice for Claptrap again. This may have been when I went to E3.
Yeah, it's
and
E3.
He told me to get in touch with him or to shoot him an email or whatever, and he was just going to send me this a figure that's Claptrap in a tuxedo. I'm like, yeah, whatever, okay. And then I emailed him after I had gotten back home, and I didn't hear anything until maybe like a month ago when I sent him a tweet. I was like, hey, whatever happened? And then immediately, like the next day, I got an email. This was him emailing his personal assistant to get some shit set up for me. And then fucking a week later, another loot chest from Borderlands shows up, fucking signed all over by developers.
Wow.
It had a bunch of shit in it.
Was there Claptrap in a tuxedo?
No,
Fucking bullshit.
I was like, good lord, the man went overboard. It was crazy.
No, you told me about it. It was really cool. Yeah, that guy seems really, really dope. That fucking obituary he did for that fan of Borderlands that died.
Oh yeah.
That was
Eulogy.
super. That was super. Yeah, eulogy. Excuse me. That was super sweet. Anyway, back on track. Randy Pitchford in his magic jacket.
Do we classify it as a magician's jacket or a smoking jacket?
Both.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
Joe, you brought something up before we started the news or the show, saying that apparently Randy Pitchford. Well, there were rumors going around that some of the Aliens budget was used to finish Borderlands 2.
Yeah, and that would be called embezzlement.
Yeah.
And then by near the end of the project, there was so much mismanagement of the money that there wasn't enough to finish Aliens, so he had to invest his own money just to get the game finished. Is the rumor which he hotly disputes in that IGN article.
Yeah. I don't know. And like you brought up, there's a big line of like, what do you believe? It's like, do I believe Randy Pitchford actually put $10 to $15 million into Aliens? No. But do I believe that they might have taken some of that budget to finish other projects? Sounds possible.
Yeah, I mean, the only other project was Borderlands 2.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't need to embezzle to finish Borderlands 2.
No, that first one made a lot of money.
Yeah, like the first one made a lot of money, and if they needed more money, they could have gone.
Yeah,
with
if anything, it was more like they would not embezzle Borderlands 2 money to make Aliens.
Yeah, like that would be a more believable story. It's like take some stuff from this because we can ask 2K for more money because they saw Borderlands 1 did well. That's fine. They're gonna put more money into this, whatever we need, because they know it's gonna be a hit, and so they could siphon more money into that to put in Aliens. So I don't know, that makes that seem more ridiculous.
It just comes down to the case of just the general public not really knowing how much games cost. That's really
Yeah,
what it is.
Hundreds of millions of dollars is the answer.
Yeah, if you include
Yep.
marketing.
I mean that $100 million could just been for the license alone for Aliens. Like I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's
'Cause that game's been in development hell for like what, almost 10 years. So like to keep that license for that long, maybe I don't know.
Well, I mean, Sega kind of has that license in perpetuity at this point.
I guess that's true.
I don't know what the agreement between Gearbox and Sega was for them to use the license. Probably not that crazy, but I don't know. That is another interesting story that I'd definitely love to hear told.
Someone will write a book about that one day.
I hope so. The alien story. I'm looking at the Shenmue 3 Kickstarter, which is one.
Who
of
will
the
play
last
Randy
stories.
Pitchford?
Sitting in like 5+.
Yeah, it's sitting at 6.3 million right now,
Whew.
with 7 minutes to go. We're witnessing history right now. Shenmue 3 is now the most funded video game Kickstarter. Not
They
video
still
game
they
related.
still didn't get enough money to make the game they wanted, guys. Good job.
I know.
It's funny because like I saw so many tweets like at $5 million, it was the most funded video game Kickstarter with still only 1/9 the original budget of Shenmue 1. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
But
think
again,
about that.
we all know that this is just like
Oh yeah.
money so that they can get more money. Which
Yeah.
is that's all Kickstarter is for video games anymore, it seems.
Yes, that's all it fucking is.
Double Fine actually came out and said today that like they put twice what they earned on Kickstarter into Broken Age, and they broke even just barely. So that's I would say that's $9 million roughly because they made about $3 million on the Kickstarter. Twice that into it would be another $6 million, but they broke even. So. And that was
Forgot about the game. I should go back to it.
Yeah, that was definitely more of a passion project than it was anything.
Yeah, it's like I really want to see Red Dash be a thing because that game seems to speak to me a lot. But like, I just don't do the Kickstarter thing. I'd rather just buy it when it's actually a thing. That's just a me thing though. So I don't know.
I mean, like I'm in the same boat. I never ended up backing Ukulele, so although I can back it any time because they have the whole send them PayPal money. But like I don't know. I don't really have an interest in putting money into crowdfunding. It's just like
It's weird because I feel like I'm contradicting myself when I'm like, vote with your wallet and like buy things that you want to support, but like I guess support it when it's actually a thing. Like I don't know. That's why I'm a big supporter of Patreon. Like that's a fine model because it's actually something you can digest and get like immediately. But
it's
I don't know.
subscription service.
Yeah, like I don't know.
It is weird. Like crowdfunding is still in this weird kind of nebulous stage of like adolescence or pre-adolescence. And like I don't know, we won't know what in like 5 years it's going to be completely different. Even from now to like 3 years ago when Kickstarter was kind of new, it's very different. There's a lot less Kickstarter games. There's a lot less riding on it. I feel like the people don't put all their bet on it.
But it seems like recently though, like or at least mostly recently, it seems like Japanese developers are just now discovering Kickstarter. So like just those rare obscure games that like people who really want it, they obviously don't make anymore. Like it's good, like you could probably see like something as stupid as Parappa the Rapper being on like fucking Kickstarter now or
Listen,
something like
if
that.
Tomba gets a Kickstarter out there, I will put money into it. I say that now. I understand I could be full of shit, but like, come on, Tomba 3, let's make it happen. I don't know, like, good. I'm glad Shenmue did well, but again, the reality is like the Kickstarter money's not going to fund that game. What's going to fund that game is the investment money that probably Sony's going to give to it after the fact. So I'm glad that it got funded though.
Yeah, like even my past Kickstarters, like I don't regret ever doing it. Like I kickstarted Mercenary Kings. I gave him $100, and I barely played that game. I barely played it for like maybe 30 hours. But like I never beat. Yeah, I never beat it. But like whatever. Like I wanted to see that game. That game looked cool, and it was cool when I played it. So there you go.
I do want to just indicate that my Xbox just turned on. I don't know why.
You didn't even say Xbox on.
No, I didn't. I think I said that's a chunk of time when my Xbox turned on. So.
Well, it's an algorithm of the Xbox, apparently.
Oh, my bad.
Or anagram. I don't know why I say algorithm.
It's the Xbox algorithm. Yeah, I don't know. Shenmue. Are you excited for Shenmue, Joe?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is.
It's not a me game.
Or
I'm excited
us.
About,
None of us are. Yeah.
No.
I would probably. I don't know. I'm interested in Shenmue. Like,
Yeah,
I've heard it, and it's been recommended to me like 1,000 times over. So.
Yeah, like probably out of all of us, it'll probably be like me who would actually get into it the most. I would assume because
What's
I like
the other Japanese game that recently.
I had a couple. I believe I had both of the other Shenmue games.
Bloodstained.
Yeah, that I am super pumped about.
Bloodstained seems cool.
Yep,
I really like those games.
Yeah. I want that Mega Man Legends. Is that Mega Man Legends thing funded or no?
It's like halfway there.
Okay. It'll make it. Make a Mega Man Legends game, guys. Come on. Cancel the fucking Legends 3 on me. The only Mega Man game I was excited about. Now I'm excited about Mighty Number 9, whatever. Alright, last story I have was actually something from last week that I did not add, but I thought it'd be fun to bring it up since I'm pretty sure you don't know anything about this, Scott. You might. Let's talk about the Nintendo PlayStation. Are you familiar with this at all?
No.
So, and again, forgive me, I might have my order of operations wrong, but Joe and Option will help me out, hopefully. The Super Famicom was going to have a CD expansion pack.
Yep.
And originally, Nintendo was going to partner with Sony to make this CD expansion pack. There was also going to be a solo version of it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Why are you Jesusing?
No, I'm looking at this shit. There's like 30 seconds of the shipment thing, and I'm seeing like thousands of dollars just being added towards it.
Yeah. Gotta get the thousands in at the end of Shenmue, man. So, apparently, the rumor is, Nintendo did not... Well, like, they decided to break their deal off with Sony. And they did not tell Sony this. And Nintendo switched the kind of... They decided to do a similar thing with Philips. And again, Sony and Philips during the 90s were the creators of the compact disc, the CD. So a CD expansion thing would come from either Sony or Philips. So this was Sony's only major competitor at the time. So Nintendo was like, fuck you, Sony, and went to Philips without telling Sony. So Sony found out at that year's CES, or E3, which is what E3 was at the time.
Right.
And they were not
I know
happy
about all
it.
this.
Yeah. So that was a big deal. So Sony being scorned by Nintendo, kind of like they were like, all right, we're just going to go do our own thing. Now, the Philips CD expansion, to my knowledge, never actually happened for the Super Famicom. But Philips did make the CDI, and because of this partnership, that's why those terrible Nintendo CDI games exist, because of this partnership, Philips was allowed to make the CDI and use Nintendo properties in it. That's why the fucking Wand of Gamelon happened, Zelda's Adventure happened, and that third Zelda CDI game happened, which is fucking fascinating. But all of this is super fascinating. But if you know, there's some pictures and stuff in the Google Doc here, or links to it in the Google Doc, of like someone unearthed an actual Sony, a Nintendo PlayStation, the expansion for the Super Famicom. And it's got like the Sony PlayStation branded Super Nintendo controller and like this Sony PlayStation Nintendo thing with a fucking Super Famicom cartridge in it. It's super fucking awesome. And they're trying to find like a power source for it to boot it up, and they have like this disc and cartridge that works with it. So the person that unearthed it is trying to get it to work, but I think this is the coolest fucking thing. Because Sony ordered all the prototypes destroyed. So, like, this could be the only one. I'm sure they might have one somewhere. But, as far as, like, out in the public domain, this could be the only Nintendo PlayStation that exists. It's fucking awesome. So there's a little bit of 90s history kind of wrapped up. And again, I heard about this, but when this cropped up, people were kind of going more in depth about it. So I learned a bit more about it. I read about it. People like Jeff Gerstmann and Colin Moriarty were out there kind of talking at length about it because they both thought it was fucking so cool. But yeah, I think this is the coolest fucking thing.
Hashtag dope.
Hashtag dope. Yeah, I would love to fucking boot up a Nintendo PlayStation. See what the fuck kind of prototype discs and whatever they had for that. And one thing that was really cool, thinking about it on Giant Bomb, they were talking about it, was like if this deal went through and this happened, like what the video game industry would look like now.
Yeah.
It'd be completely different. And that's so interesting. Like, you know, Sony presumably would not have broken out into their own thing. Nintendo might have merged into Sony.
Microsoft probably wouldn't gotten into it.
Microsoft might not have gotten into it because, you know, a lot of people think that they got into it because they saw that Sony could get into it late, into the game, if I may. Nintendo PlayStations would be a thing, like to this day, still most likely.
Yep.
The Dreamcast would have been the #1 selling console of all time.
Like Sega could still be a competitor though.
Sega might would have been Sega. I think Sega definitely would be still a competitor.
because like
PT would have been a game.
PT would have happened.
Nope. Too far down the line, PT would not exist.
PT would definitely still not exist. But like,
PT would not even be an idea that happened.
what's it? Because like the PlayStation 2 is what killed the Dreamcast. Presumably, if this alternate timeline happened, Sega could have, the Dreamcast could have been a success, or would have been something completely different. But I don't know. That's so cool to think about, though. I'm gonna have fantasies about that shit because I would think that if you want to talk about alternate history, and Greg nerding out about alternate World War II history, alternate 1990s history where the Nintendo PlayStation happened, that's what the fuck I'm gonna fantasize about.
Saved by the Bell became a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Final Fantasy VII would have been on a Nintendo platform. That's fucking nuts. I don't know. It's crazy. It's cool to think about.
It's not that nuts. They started on Nintendo.
They started on Nintendo, but it was the whole big thing when they shifted over.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I figured you might not have known about that, Scott, so you would have found it really cool.
Nope, I knew about it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Don't underestimate me.
Don't underestimate the Guthier. Pushes up glasses.
I don't even have glasses anymore.
That's right. You had your monocle glasses and then...
He has a monocle now?
Well, I don't have an actual monocle. It's just that all of my glasses have only one eyeglass in them.
Right.
So, if I wear them, funnily enough, nobody really notices that I'm missing something. Like in the glasses, they'll look at it, they're like, something's not right with that. But they won't know that an actual glass is missing, that the glasses are broken.
Of course.
Because I will walk around the house with the glasses all the time, and they'll be like, "Oh, hey, when did you get new glasses?" And I'll be like, "I didn't get new glasses." And they're like, "What?"
My friend Anutis, who used to write for Rational Passions podcast, rationalpassions.com, not podcast. If only we had writers for this show, maybe it would be good. I'm kidding. He would wear 2 different shoes on his feet. See if anyone would notice. No one ever noticed. I only noticed when he told me, so I thought that was interesting.
That's hilarious.
That is hilarious, right? All right, let's take a peek into the mail sack. We do have a voicemail from our good friend Silver PR. So let's hear what he has to say. Wait, I didn't ask. Are you okay with that, Joe?
That, and I figure
An email?
it's one of those things where...
Yeah, of course.
Fine.
Just play it.
What's up, guys? So we are here, calling you live from the streets, impromptu voicemail through
From the
phone
streets.
Anyway, nothing to talk about. My girlfriend and my son are back in Puerto Rico, so normalcy returns. Less hours of playing and whatnot, but it's all good. What I do want to talk about games is Rocket League. That game is the new truth. That game is so fucking awesome and fun, especially if you do play with friends. Trying to go online, playing with strangers is different. I mean, there's no voice chat unless you do party chat, so it's all good. But yeah, it's a really well done game for a concept that I think nobody else has done. That it's soccer with.
Except themselves,
Rocket
like
cars,
5 years
I
ago.
don't know, with
Except for other games in the
multiple
franchise now, but
It's
yes.
awesome. Side tangent, I want to go to some negativity here. First of all, the Kojima Konami debacle that would fucking never end. I mean, I don't give two shits about, if the logo is in it or not. I just don't care. But at this point, the vibes that I'm getting about Konami and the whole Kojima situation is just like back in the day with Activision and Infinity Ward and 2 creators.
That's very true. It's a good
I'm
comparison.
just feeling that I don't want to give Konami my money and I want to buy this game. not because I want to support Kojima, just because all this dirty laundry, all this bullshit. It's like, you know what? Fuck you. I just don't want to play the game. I'll see the story somewhere else and cutscenes. I mean, I'm just feeling that vibe. And, you know, you guys could know I have like a $70 gift card, and I want to play a game with that. You know, spend it. I don't feel to spend the game, but at least Metal Gear not. But yeah, and that Batman DLC, I don't know. The season pass is, you know, good to be true. Now actually announcing skins and stuff, and I don't want to pay $40 for skins and stuff. I want story content, just like the Batgirl thing, but it's not convincing. And yeah, the 3 minutes are gonna be soon. So yeah, that's all for me, guys. Perhaps positivity the next time that I call. So without further ado, have a fun one. Still PR, signing out.
I'm definitely not on the end of things where I don't want to play Metal Gear Solid 5 and spend money on it.
No,
I really just want to get that game.
I feel like you shouldn't let other people discourage just things that you like, type of thing. Yeah. It's like the creator of Earthworm Jim. He's like I believe he's like a bigot and a racist. But you know that doesn't take away any.
Jim, after all, I mean, come on.
But like you know, like
Yeah,
I could be completely wrong about this, by the way. I believe I read that in the story like years later. But you know, like that doesn't deprive in any way. That doesn't take any way from that game for me. Like I enjoyed that game and I love that game. So and what I got from that game doesn't reflect any reflection to that asshole. If that's true. If he's not, I'm sorry. But like
a news story that says Earthworm Jim creator is Doug TenNapel is no friend to gay people.
Yeah, so fuck that guy. So yeah, you know, like just take from the game what you get from the game. Like it could be something life changing if you allow it to be.
Like and there is a lot of stuff brought up around this, and I feel like you can approach it in multiple ways. Like Orson Scott Card, for example, he's the guy that wrote Ender's Game, and when the movie was coming out, you know, he was saying a bunch of shit because, like, why would you even talk at that point? He's super homophobic, like super anti-gay, and a lot of people are like, well, fucking don't go see this movie because you're supporting Orson Scott Card and you're supporting homophobia, and it's like I don't necessarily see it that way. In that, like, if I can enjoy Ender's Game, which I do enjoy that book quite a bit, and if I can enjoy the movie, which I thought was fine, if I can separate that art from the artist, right? Like, this creative venture, I think, is worthwhile, is good, and tells a good story, and it is in no way, the thing itself is in no way, like, bigoted or discriminatory.
Or even like how some people feel about Phil Fish. It's the same thing.
Yeah, Phil Fish, exactly. It's a good example.
I love Phil Fish.
I appreciate Phil Fish.
I'll vouch for how awesome Phil Fish is.
He seemed cool to me.
Yeah. Seemed like a dude that got attacked by a whole bunch of people on the internet and who wouldn't break under that kind of pressure.
Yeah. He says something and doesn't want to back down from it, and that can backfire on you if you don't, you know, that type of thing.
It's like this whole thing, like, I get, and this is more, I think, in terms of, like, really bad people, like, bad people that you shouldn't support and buying kind of products that they put out or that they're associated with, more so than whatever Konami's doing is, like, where they could very well just be treating Kojima poorly or vice versa. Like, I don't know, but I just, like, if you want to enjoy Metal Gear Solid 5 as a completely separate product from all this kind of negativity and everything, then, like, I'm not going to hold anything against you.
Yeah.
Some people will. Like, some people will say, well, you supported, like, this kind of treatment of creators. I'm not going to be one of those people.
Yeah, the only way I see that you supporting the creator thing being viable is if they go out and they're like, I'm going to take investor money to go hate on shit.
And
bunch of Nazis.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, unless it's their job because they're comedians. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, like same thing of like people not buying Modern Warfare 2. Excuse me. God, I hope there's not a Modern Warfare 4. But not buying that game because of what happened with Infinity Ward. Like, I bought that game, I enjoyed that game, and I'm gonna separate that from kind of like the negativity.
Well, I mean, regardless, I still think that game shouldn't exist. But
Well,
oh well.
yes, but that's a different debate altogether.
Different issue.
Yeah.
Different issue.
And I'm sure people would say, well, it's like, well, you're just ignoring the issue. It's like, no, I'm not ignoring the issue. I'm not being selective. I'm just saying, like, I can enjoy this thing without like my intent being to support this kind of negative behavior.
And at the end of the day, it's still Kojima's game. They could erase his name as much as they want, but that's still his game. So, like, if you enjoyed his games and you want to see how he feels that series should end, just take it from that. And, like, anything else coming from Konami after that, you can kind of ignore. Or at least that's how I feel like that's probably how that should be rolled out.
Yes, I agree. That's Kojima's heart and soul is in that game. There's no doubting that. Or at least his team's is either way. So that is a Kojima Productions game, whether it's got the fucking name on the box or not. So there you go. Food for thought, Silver PR. No one's obviously critiquing you or anything. I understand how you feel. That's it. I have a question, actually. Where did the new truth as a phrase come from?
In this.
It came
Jason.
from
It's typically a stated. It's used a lot in the fighting game community when talking about a new fighting game that's coming out.
Okay. I know. Like we all got it from like Indus. I just want to know if there was like another place.
Oh, you meant the origins. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I like that.
Yes, Jason invented everything.
Yeah, Jason H. Tracker invented the world. We gotta get him back on sometime, so we can make fun of him and tell him he's the new truth.
In our hearts.
In our hearts. All right, that's it. That's the show. Thank you for sending us a voicemail, Silver PR. You can send us a voicemail at 404-590-1337. Standard long distance fees do apply. Or you can send us an email, mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. That's mailsack @irrationalpassions.com. Follow each of us on Twitter. I am at AlFunder27. Scott is at WhatTechuz. That's WUTTEHCHUZ. Nobishin's at Nobishin186, and Joe is at AcesHigh291. You don't use Twitter anymore, though, do you?
No, not really.
Man, I just broke 700 followers, which I know.
It's all about that Periscope now. Fuck Twitter.
Talking about it is a sure way to lose followers, but I gotta keep up that fucking momentum, right? Right, Joe? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're fucking on a roll, I mean, you don't stop. You just fucking bet the house. That's what you do when you're on a roll.
You goddamn right. Some other stuff.
And then you quit when there's nobody left.
Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Follow the site on Twitter at IrrationalPod for updates on the show and everything. Go to VGEvo.com. Check out the podcast network there that we are a part of. Go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/IrrationalPassions, and watch me play Paper Mario there, and tell your friends. Word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. And check out the website, IrrationalPassions.com. That's all. That's everything. That's a whole hootenanny.
Oh, gee, it's not a hootenanny.
How's the vape treating you over there, Joe?
Oh, boy.
I can just hear you go. I'm like having an asthma attack.
I was checking Audacity. I don't think Audacity picked it up too much, but it was good. It was tasty. You know, I got a nice little gym called Ectoplasm from Fusion Vapor down here in Florida. They make the best juice, probably in the States.
Does it taste like you're blowing Slimer or something?
Yeah, it's actually flavored after the Ecto Cooler High Seas.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty on point.
That's fucking dope. All right, that's the show. Unless anybody.
I bet she knows.
Oh, do you have a closing topic? Should I have been
Sure.
pulling up music this whole time?
Yeah, she should have.
Well, you didn't write it in the doc. Oh God.
I didn't write in the doc last time.
Awful.
I wrote it in the doc last time.
Don't worry about music,
you
Alex.
did.
Just turn your PlayStation on again. That'll fucking blast it in the microphone.
It was I didn't think it would be that loud. Okay.
Jesus, man. Do you...
I like to be blasted by my television while I'm sitting in my.
I can tell. Why don't you just use your headset, though? Your headphones.
Because no one's down here. My headphones get uncomfortable if I wear them for too long.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I mean, all headphones do for me.
No. Oh, for you. Okay.
Not mine.
No,
Shit.
mine are great.
Yeah.
All right. Nobishin,
Scrub Life headphones.
All right, obviously I got Nabashina ass from Awada ass, so I felt like I had to do another one just because timing. So there's the usual two, or the newest two that I've started. Just like one video game really and one just off topic, whatever. The first one with video games. What's a game that you truly hate? And like you can use hate as like, but like not like hate. Like I played it for 5 minutes, like this is garbage, I put it away. But a game like you actually took your time to it. Like you might even beaten. There's two games I can think of right now, but like I'm just curious, like what are those games that like you truly just do not like, even though you got like maybe like 10 hours into the game or whatever. I know for me, for like an example, it's like I really did not like LA Noire, even though I beat that game and I bought the season pass for that game. Cause that's when season pass first started to be a thing, was then. But like I really enjoyed it at the beginning. I thought it was cool. I thought it was innovative. I thought it was completely different. I thought it was like really cool at first, but then like
it does get worse as you play more.
Oh, it does. And then like it's specifically at the point where like there was this point where like there was blood on the bottom of this guy's shoe, and it was like, oh, that's rabbit's blood. And I was like, oh, I could go back and just look that up. And like that'll be easy. There's a forensics guy right around the corner. I can just give it to him. That'd be like a simple thing. But the game wouldn't allow me to do it, and that would broke it for me. Like, and everything after that point just made like complete garbage to me. Like and of course that ending was like this flamethrower out of nowhere. So like I really did not like that game come to the end of it. But yeah, that's me. And like in Bionic Commando, that was another game that I beat that I did not like.
It definitely makes it easier for me. GTA 5, absolutely. I hate that game.
Yeah.
Like, there are things about it that I really like, and definitely things that I appreciate. Like, it's a technical masterpiece, I think. But God, it's not a good game. I don't think it is at all. I think the act of playing that game is a fucking nightmare. Like, I for some odd reason enjoy the driving, but it's not like I thought it was good. And just like moving and shooting that game is fucking terrible. It's atrocious. And the story's poorly written, and it's not funny. So, yeah.
Scotty?
I feel the same way about Grand Theft Auto 4.
I feel the same way about Grand Theft Auto 4 as well.
That game is garbage.
I mean, I kind of feel that way about like that entire series, but it's not like I put any time into it.
GTA 1 and 2 being like top-down games, they actually play really well. They're enjoyable games. But I don't know if you've ever played them.
I thought all three on the PlayStation 2 era were fantastic.
Yeah, I think like GTA 4 has less of that really gross movement that 5 does. So,
which is weird because like you take that in contrast, which Red Dead, which used the same engine, and I adored everything about Red Dead.
Yes.
But no, I'm in line with Alex on this one. I think Grand Theft Auto was terrible, and I played it for way too long.
Yeah, I finished GTA 4, finished GTA 5. I honestly regret finishing 4.
I finished Haze.
We all know how you feel about Haze, Joe.
Haze was cool, guys.
Shut up.
It was terrible, but it was a cool idea.
Put that nectar in your body, man. Feel
Oh
that.
god, just fucking
Feel
give
that
me
haze come over your eyes.
give me an IV full of energy drink.
Scott, what about you?
I don't really have one. I don't think.
Yeah, you don't really play games that you hate.
No, I don't do that.
Torture
You're a
yourself.
better
You just
man
talk
than
shit
I am.
about him.
Yeah, you just talk shit.
I just talk shit about.
Bioshock Infinite? Fuck that game.
Fuck that shit.
However, for games that I do give an honest try to and I don't like, I do sink the amount of time into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But nothing. I don't think anything is as bad as this because I normally just say, nope, fuck it, not trying it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's the thing, like, you know what you like.
Yep.
And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. I always hate it when people are like, well, you should try this. I'm like, well, I don't really want to. We're like, well, you're stupid for not trying this. And I'm like, I'm sorry that it doesn't interest me.
You see, you're just not really good with your retaliation because I can go back and tell them they're stupid for why they like it.
Like, I don't like doing that.
but it's fun.
I know. I'm sure it is, Scott.
I just think you get a little better at it.
Yeah, I need to fill
Yeah,
my
just
heart.
practice
with
on me. I won't mind.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. No,
Like I did to you with Taco Bell.
Yeah, well, like Taco Bell is like a thing that like I understand like why people hate Taco Bell.
But I
should
mean,
hate
like,
Taco Bell.
you should feel bad about it enough to hand me the show.
Nah.
But like, but you don't feel bad enough about eating Taco Bell.
I don't feel bad enough about anything to give up this goddamn show.
All right.
But that's the thing.
Except
That
for my
like
life. Dun. What's your other one option?
Taco Bell makes Cinnabons
It's
look
over,
like food.
Scott.
No, no, it's not. Taco Bell
Cinnabon
is
with
never
Captain
over.
Crunch on it. Fruity Pebbles, not Captain Crunch.
Goddamn. All right, and my last thing is, what was the last new thing that you ate that became your favorite thing? I'm just curious about this, cause like, you know, like,
That's good.
cause it's like, you know, like, you know, like, I was just talking this with somebody. Is like, I can't really think of something like that became my most favorite thing like recently, except tacos. Like tacos was you know, like I never really tried them before. I never tried them or gave them like a fair shot. When I was younger, when it was taco night, my mom made me grilled cheese because I wanted grilled cheese and not tacos. So that was my whole thing of why I never really tried tacos. And like, I just tried it recently, like 6 months ago, and that was like my new favorite thing that like I really enjoy eating.
Scott, you had one today.
Well, I got two.
Okay.
One was a while ago, but it was like this is the first time I believe it happened, and that was with guac.
Yeah, guac's great.
Oh, guac is really good.
And the most recent thing happened today, actually. And that was a crab pretzels.
Crab pretzels are awesome.
I
Yeah, I
have no
never
idea
had-
what you guys are talking about.
Crab pretzels is like you take like a big soft pretzel.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Maryland thing, so that's why.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you basically put like crab dip on the pretzel,
All right.
and then you put cheese and melt it. on
But
the
yeah,
crab
but
dip
like
on
here's the
pretzel.
thing: it's the cheese that you would put on a pretzel,
Yeah.
and it's
Okay.
also sometimes it has mustard on it, but it's also the specific kind of mustard that you would put on the pretzel.
I don't
Okay.
put mustard on mine, but it's still delicious.
Right.
Change
But
the crab
sometimes
to
the
alligator,
crab,
and that'll be you, Joe.
but sometimes they season the crab and the cheese with mustard.
Yeah, sometimes. I would get it from the restaurant that I worked at, so that wouldn't happen. But it's really
Yeah,
good,
crab
right?
pretzel's real good.
Fucking, that's just legit. It's hard for me. I have like a lot of things that I love. So many different kinds of food.
I'm assuming it would be something that you cooked at the house.
Well, and by the
Probably.
way, Alex, on a note, you like crab pretzels?
Yeah.
Would you buy them from a grocery store?
Yeah.
Well, you might be able to get them from a grocery store soon.
All right. That's cool.
You'll
I,
have your
um,
mug all over it. The Scott Guthier crab pretzel.
Not quite.
Scott got to your brand.
But
crab
before they were
pretzels.
they're only like a restaurant thing up here.
Yeah.
So now you might be seeing them up the East Coast. Not down.
Just
Sorry.
call it Scott's Crabs.
Scott's crab. And the pretzels are shaped like crabs.
Oh, it's
The
so
slogan's
genius.
gonna be "Don't worry, they're not dirty."
I don't know. I definitely like the big thing that's definitely become like one of my favorite things that I didn't used to like that much, but I still enjoyed. Has been like a grilled cheese sandwich because I found I know like 70 different ways to cook them now. Um,
How are you cooking them?
you want me to?
Don't tease me and not follow
Let
through.
me take you on a journey. Okay, so here's a few hot tips. Cooking a grilled cheese sandwich.
Well, I mean, you're cooking. It has to be a hot tip.
Goddamn right. So instead of putting butter on the outside bread,
Uh-huh.
rub a thin layer of mayonnaise on it.
Okay, I don't like mayonnaise.
I don't like mayonnaise that much either. I'm okay with mayonnaise, but it doesn't taste like mayonnaise. Is the thing. It cooks like butter because mayonnaise is mostly like greasy oil. but it's just like a little bit lighter, and it's an even coating of like a cooked side of the bread and grilled cheese. So that shit's a hot tip. And the other thing is, don't use American cheese. Use shredded cheese. One, because it melts faster, and two, because it tastes way, way better.
I thought that was a given.
That is a given, but most people, if you're like trying to make a quick grilled cheese, you just throw a slice of American in there. This is what my mom used to do, and now I've converted her to the shredded cheese front.
Well, there is one reason to do an American, and it's if you're not doing quite a grilled cheese.
Yeah, but I'm talking about just a grilled cheese.
Right. But what you do is you use the American cheese when you're going to layer a little bit of ham in there.
Yeah. Or like turkey or something.
So you make sure that the ham is in the middle.
Yeah. That I understand. And I think American cheese works better when it has a meat companion, if I may.
Right.
So like what I'll do is I'll do the mayonnaise on one side, plop it in there, and then I'll do a mix of Mexican cheese, like a little bit of that, and then a double cheddar mix.
Define Mexican cheese. What makes it
It's
Mexican?
like 4-cheese Mexican cheese. That's the name of it in the store.
I know.
It is literally called Mexican
I don't
cheese.
fucking make this shit up, alright? It has a blend of 4 cheeses in it. Then you throw the other one on top, put the mayonnaise, flip it. Now what you can do, pro tip, put a little butter in the stove, take a little bit of the mozzarella,
Don't ever fucking do that again.
and then you put it on the bread while you're cooking it, flip it, put it on the bread, flip it again, and then cook it so there's like this crisped layer of cheese on the outside of the bread. That shit's awesome. So that's your Alex O'Neill pro cooking tip of the week. But yeah, grilled cheese, I thought of it though, it's wings. Buffalo wings. Like chicken wings. Because that was the thing, like, oh, I love wings, but I never have them. That's like, then I had, like, I made some, like, a really good some. I'm like, yeah, I fucking love these. I get them all the time now, so.
Word.
Nice.
Yep.
Mine would have to be sushi, which is I've been eating that for a while now.
I haven't had sushi in so long, God.
Sushi's so good, man.
It
And-
really is.
I feel sorry for you.
I know. And then the
It's
pretzel
expensive.
pizza from Little Caesars.
And then you go and you buy the stuff, and it's not as good,
perfectly
and
legal.
it has like 10 times the chance of food poisoning.
There's a good sushi place near me, I'll say. The pretzel pizza is alright.
The pretzel pizza, it's a thing of magic.
It is pretty crazy how they do it. Like, I don't know how they do it.
But the cheese sauce is like perfect, and then the pretzel tastes like pretzel. So it's like what more could you ask for, man? You can't. You'd be
Crab pretzel.
You'd be so greedy to ask for anything more out of that pizza.
Yeah.
A grilled pretzel cheese sandwich.
Alright, now we're fucking talking.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
you tell me.
kidding.
You tell me where I can walk in and immediately walk out with one of those, and then like maybe we'll have some competition. But I don't have to fucking wait for a pretzel pizza. I can walk in, hand the man $5, and leave. I don't have to wait for that shit to cook. They have it ready for me.
It's hot and ready, motherfucker. Do you
They
understand?
know.
Do you understand? Have you tried the bacon wrap pizza?
No, my friend of mine told me it was not great.
I feel like that's the final frontier. It's like you go there, you never come back.
It's the Star Trek of pizza.
Fucking you go that and it's Deep Space Nine, man. It's
Oh God.
it's over. Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
You killed it.
That I did. Thank you, Novision.
With
That,
fucking-
and I believe we went through everybody. So
killed
It was
like
over.
Deep Space Nine. Jesus.
Deep Space Nine. All right. Thank you, Novision, for Novision Asks. That was fun. As always, I should
Yep.
say. Joe, thanks for coming on. You're always a pleasure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah! Fucking weird. You're always welcome back. Hopefully we'll get you back sooner than later.
I feel like every time I come on the show, the size of your pop filter gets smaller.
This is I got
that's
this one.
because he eats it.
Yeah. Phenomenon.
It's how eating works, Joe.
I got a new one that's for the mic stand that I use. So That's why.
Okay.
I might have to get a different one though, because this one muffles my voice a little bit. So we'll see.
We can't have that.
Yeah, we can't. My voice is too perfect. You can't stop this. So you can tell the difference. It's a little bit clearer. Joe, thank you for coming on. Nobtion, Scott, thank you as always. Tony, thank you for being here when you were here. We always appreciate your company. I've been your host. No, wait. I have a few other thank yous. Goddamn. I am like off my game tonight. Intros and outros are not my specialty. Thank you to Danny Wiesner for our opening music of Two-Player Co-op and our closing music of The World Is Saved, of course. Thank you to all of you for listening. I love all of you, doubly so.
You didn't take my niece last week, by the way.
Thank you, Yasminda,
There you go.
for coming on last week. I'm glad we got to hear what you thought of Life is Strange. I'm sure you, as well as Nobj and I, felt that wave of sadness when we came to the realization that Episode 4 wasn't coming out this Tuesday.
You're the one who said that, you
I
ass.
was confident that it would. It was 6 weeks after the last one came out, so. Then I saw this quote on Twitter where the guy was like, "We're sticking to our 8-week schedule." I'm like, bullshit. 8 weeks. It's been 6 weeks. But it'll be out before the end of the month, so hopefully. I'm not committing to anything. Anyway,
You could have called him out on it
I will
with a calendar.
I'll tweet him and be like, "This is fucking 8 weeks, you piece of shit." I'm just kidding. Keep making it. Now you're not a piece of shit.
Well, you don't have to call him a piece of shit, but you should still call him out on it.
A jovial, friendly tweet. Thank you again for listening. We love you all. I hope you had a good time listening. I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. Play your games. Stay rational. We will talk to you guys next week. I do a lot of titles.
Titles?
You can do it, Alex.
Oh, great.
I'm sure.
My
Scott's not
monitor
in there.
is Schmitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen. Lady in the Tramp spaghetti scene, but with an onion. That's just a very vivid image. Tony's cat is Garfield. Chipotle is an incredible experience. Or incredible experience. A very fine sand. Touching so much fish sauce. Swagfish. HOA horse on top of Alex. That one's really good. Obviously, I could go to great places with that image. Are you thirsty for chicken? Oh my god. How can you tell a tomato is ripe? What was it? Is it
Ass smash that bitch.
Ass smash that bitch. War is changed. It's free. And it shows! Who do you voodoo, bitch? Randy Pitchford's magical jacket. Scott's crab, hot and ready. The Star Trek of pizza. These are all so good!
Okay, so my vote is we're combining two titles.
Okay.
The first one is how can you tell if a tomato is good?
Okay.
And the second one is guess it.
It's free and it shows?
That's a good one too. But it was actually ass smash that bitch.
Ass Smash That Bitch actually isn't on here.
That might be too long of a title.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would put part of it in for the title. I definitely am not writing "ass smash that bitch" into the title. I really like the Star Trek of pizza and HOA, but my vote is for the Star Trek of pizza.
Well,
I like
all I
it
know
away 'cause
is
it
that for that
involves
third
Hudson.
part, at the end of whatever title we do, ass smash that bitch has to
Okay,
fail.
we can work that in. I'll say it. I'll yell "ass smash that bitch."
I just have this really good image of Hudson the Horsashio laying on top of Alex.
I mean, that's the image that I would. I don't know why I fucking said that.
Oh my god.
Is
I-
HOA the victor because of that?
HOA works too because it doesn't even have to be Horse. It could just be Hudson on top of Alex.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I was going with Randy Pitcher's magical jacket, but yeah,
Take
HOA
that
is
Candy
good.
Horse.
Yeah. Okay. HOA. Is that okay with you, Scott?
Yeah.
Joe, can you say this is Rational Passions Podcast, episode 236? Scott,
I'm
you
getting
can say
ready.
the title.
What number was it?
What's the full title?
286.
HOA Horse on top of Alex, and it's 236.
Okay.
I was jumping ahead.
286. Yeah, you nailed it.
Welcome to Irrational Passions. This is episode 236.
Horse on Alex. Oh shit.
Again, do it again.
HOA. Horse on Alex.
Ass smash that bitch.
Jesus.
Dude, don't you love this?
I'm gonna stop recording now.
Yeah, you stop recording.
That fit a lot better.
Yeah, it did.
So what do I gotta do? What do you want me to fucking save this thing as?
Just noise removal, export as an MP3, and send it to me.
Okay. What bitrate do you want the MP3?
Preferably 128 minimum.
So you want it like what, 192?
Sure, that works.
Okay.
To our video viewers, love you.